Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Happy Thursday, Small Friday, as Rob likes to call it. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1. AJ and Rob, one day away.
Oh!
But you know what? I ain't even mad at today. Today, what a great sports day I think we're in for today. Victor Brown's here. Good morning, Vic.
Good morning.
Good morning. Feeling a little better, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Got all the poison out?
Got it almost all out, 80% out.
What about your wife?
She's a lot better also.
She got to take better drugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she
She got
good
better
stuff.
drugs, so she got better faster.
Oh.
She got the 2 kidney drugs.
Those of us with dual kidneys, we can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
You single kidneys. We call you single kidneys.
I got drunk on
Onesies.
whiskey last night. Bet you can't do that.
Nope.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what you said? Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It was good. What kind of whiskey? What were you drinking?
I had some Whistle Pig. It's called Campfire. It's like a smoked,
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
You can't have more than about 3 of those.
I had exactly 3 of those.
It's a smoky goodness taste.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
It's funny. The batch
Like
that
liquid smoke
I
in there or
got
something?
is like a no. Yeah, I think they'd
I
go
know
to
that's what I'm
prison
saying.
for
But
that.
after one, it's got a smoky flavor.
It's the
How
way
do
they
do
toast
that?
the barrel.
Yeah.
But this one is unique. The one that I had, it said small batch or limited edition solo stove charred, which means it was a smokeless char on the barrel that they put it in.
Well, that's like saying flameless fire. What do you mean smokeless?
Like
char?
you know that those solo stoves that are like
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like we could run it in here and there wouldn't be smoke.
I've seen those things.
So it's a smokeless fire pit. That's what they use to char the barrel. So it got the fire the charred wood flavoring.
So is it a clearer, lighter colored bourbon?
It is.
Ah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a bourbon. It's rye.
Oh, rye, because
Yeah.
where it's made. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, it's made of rye, and I decided
I
last
don't like
night.
rye.
I do. I like rye.
But do you like Scotch?
No.
But you like rye.
Yeah. Rye's got a little spice to it.
Yeah, it's got a little tingle to it.
I like
I like my bourbon to be almost molasses.
Scotch tastes
I
like
smooth.
earth.
Really?
I don't
Yeah,
like earth.
it's like I don't like Scotch. It tastes like I'm chewing on the barrel.
Yeah, it tastes like dirt, and I don't like dirt in my whiskey.
I'm not mad
I'm
about
against that.
I appreciate a Johnny Walker Blue if somebody will give it to me. I'll drink it with you all night long.
I'll drink it, but it's not.
my
I'm
go-to.
never going to choose it.
No,
But yeah, it was good. Good.
that's not something I do.
Randomly
anymore.
sit down and have three
used
pours
to.
of whiskey.
Well, no, I don't know, like 3 fingers of whiskey. No, but it's just not something I do anymore.
I did 3 pours, 2 fingers each.
No, what I'm saying, it's not something I crave. I'm not downgrading. Used to, it'd be a night like, you know what, I'm gonna have a bourbon, and one always leads to 2. And if I've had 2, I'm gonna try another just to see, because I start getting inquisitive, like this.
So you just
I just don't do it anymore.
you just stayed sober all night, huh?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Come on. let's not go too far. But I wish that you've given me kind of a craving.
Well, there you go.
Because
Yeah, it's worse
know what I
things. Your Dr. Pepper and your you got 2 open beverages. What's going on with that?
where's the other one?
Behind your purse.
Your Merce.
Oh. Well, that's the one I walked in with.
Oh, okay.
It might be empty. And then Vic was kind enough.
I bought him
He bought me a
I just
Dr.
wanted
Pepper.
to know what it's like to buy a regular soda.
He bought me a Dr.
Did
Pepper
you
this
smell
morning.
it?
No.
No.
I didn't want to make it.
Yeah, no,
He-
I didn't want to get him
But
sick.
for those, Vic was here in spirit yesterday, but that was about it.
Yeah.
And when the first moment when I turned the corner and saw him, I was like, dude, you're back. I don't know what yesterday was,
Yeah.
but you're here today.
Yeah, I was here. I didn't want to waste another day.
So he was in there dancing around in the break room.
That's
And,
good. The
got-
break
got
room
good.
smells like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, that's the news rats.
What I mean, that's a
That's the leftover people. Can't do
who eats
leftovers.
leftover pasta for breakfast?
The
Chef.
news rats.
Magas.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Not
America.
us.
It's America. You can do what you want.
I mean, you can do what you want. It's
As
just
long as it's not fish.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
It's
There's
scary
just
though because it's Lent, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, you got to be careful.
I
on
don't
Friday.
care for those who are listening. For you young new professionals that are going in early to, make your name, make your bones. Never take fish to work.
no.
Just
Or
I know
on
it's
an
good
airplane for that matter.
Never in public. Let the restaurants handle it. You don't need to ever reheat fish anywhere other than your own microwave, and that microwave better be in a kitchen that is detached from any other hospital, any other hospices. Nobody can be attached to your kitchen.
Yeah.
If you're and the car, you should be fired on the spot if you bring leftover salmon and you microwave it.
Yeah, it's bad.
You just got to go. You have
First of all, like
You shouldn't have leftover fish to begin
leftover
with.
fish
You have to
doesn't
finish it.
taste good.
no, why? There's so
You gotta
many reasons.
finish it. It's
But
one of the
thi-
things you have
but-
to finish.
Especially at this time of year. The good news is most people are eating fish on Friday and nobody's going to work on Saturday.
Right.
So nobody's taking all those leftovers. But just don't do it.
It happened once here, and it was
Oh, it's
awful.
happened more than once.
Oh, I've only
And there
been
was
here
one
for
culprit
time.
that would do it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's the worst thing that can happen to an
famous
office.
James.
Was it famous James?
Oh,
No.
it should be. No.
Oh, man. I would
Famous
get
it was
him
our-
then.
It was
Famous James doesn't eat. He's like me. He just drinks his calories. It's
I'm not going to name names, but he was our favorite IT guy.
Really?
Yeah. He did more than once.
Oh.
I'm thinking of going to that Fred's fish fry
You
tomorrow.
have to. That's
You
part.
have
Well,
to.
that's part of your baptism.
Yeah.
But I think going tomorrow is probably a bad call, right?
It's busy as all get it. Over the next, they only got 2 more weeks, 3 weeks. This is how they stay open.
Because here was my
they
here was my
make their bones these 3 weeks. Nobody goes back till next Lent.
because here's my big thought is like I've been craving some fried fish.
Well, this is kinda.
I've really been,
like fish loaf.
really what I've been
Before
craving
was Luby's. That's where I would
Oh,
go.
see, that's where I discovered a Luby's that I didn't realize was still open over in the medical center. There's a Luby's still open. I didn't realize.
Really?
Yeah, if you need the Luann's tomorrow, over in the medical center off Huebner, there is a Luby's. There's a Luby's still.
It's so wild that
still
both of you
jamming.
talk about it like you're excited.
Well,
Shoot,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
it's a good
what- it's
place. I
kind
love
of-
it.
As long
Well,
as there's
for-
a Luby's, that means I still got a shot. You know what I mean? I'm still hanging in there. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of pulling for them. Not that I haven't been in one.
Well, being diabetic, it's one of the good places to eat out.
Oh, that's right. You can pick and choose.
You know,
Why?
Because you can pick and choose.
you can pick and choose.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I can get a small Salisbury steak, or get like one chicken leg, and then get fried fish, green beans.
You can get that Luann platter.
Well, much like when
It's
we
taken care of.
go to the Chinese buffet, you can pick and choose.
Well, that's very much true.
Yeah,
pretty
just
much
like
the same.
almost the same. Yeah,
That Chinese buffet actually sounds pretty good.
It does sound good, actually.
yeah. Well, there were some Luby's that offered that and some that didn't.
Yeah.
Offered Chinese food.
No, like buffet type.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to just get the platter and the platter.
Yeah, you
it-
get the Luann
You got to
and
pick
then
the 3. It was like a meat and 3 where you got to pick the sides. But basically, it wasn't like the cafeteria. Like I want this and I want that. And I want this.
I
and
think
want
the
that, and I
only
want that.
acceptable buffet foods, unless you go to like Vegas to like a buffet that's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, this.
But like the only I like Chinese food buffets,
Mhm.
and I'll do a pizza buffet.
Well,
But-
ooh, haven't been
well,
one
the
of those in a
classic.
minute.
They've gotten
do you
rid of
consider
them.
a meat and 3 a buffet?
A meat and 3.
A meat and 3 is your classic Southern diner where you walk in and they'll have a plate. It's called something normally, Jimmy's plate, and it's a meat and 3, a protein, fried chicken, smothered steak, whatever it might be, and 3 sides. A meat and 3, but you have a choice of maybe 5 different sides and 2 proteins. But it's not a vast majority. But
That's
you
not
get
a buffet.
1 meat. Well, it kind of is because you get to choose your 3 sides.
Yeah,
but
but
they
I
don't
don't get
call
to.
it that. You're right.
But when I
For
say
you, a buffet is I can match everything on the plate. Doesn't matter.
well, and I can keep going back for more.
Oh no, that's
That's what I'm talking about.
well,
and
not even-
it's like sitting out for everyone to have.
well that's not Luby's.
No, I know
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When I was talking about buffets, the only acceptable buffets, because I don't like food that's left
But
out
see,
for people. Only
it's
Chinese
funny.
food and pizza.
I think there should be a different name for those that you can go back and eat all you want. And I guess that's the all-you-can-eat buffet,
It
as
is.
opposed to just the buffet. It's like the
See,
buffet.
I don't
elite.
think that Luby's is buffet.
See, they call themselves that.
They're not though. That's a cafeteria style.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm it's 6:10 in the morning. My brain isn't functioning. Yes, cafeteria being different from buffet.
Yes.
What about Golden Corral? Do you consider
that? Is a buffet,
There
and
you go.
I am against it.
That's the golden trough.
That is
Those
bad.
are troughs. where
I
you
don't
just-
like that.
Where you're strapping on a feed bag. Just
Yeah.
like, no. Can't do it.
That's like, oh, have some roast beef. Also have a piece of fish. Also have
See, that's
some pizza. Well,
do one thing well.
That's what I'm saying.
Do one thing well. Don't do a bunch of.
I don't like that. I don't. The worst travesty is that since I left Texas and have come back, Double Dave's Pizza has gotten rid of their buffets.
I think that was a COVID thing, and I don't think they brought it back.
They did not, and it's gone the way of the dinosaur, and it's a damn shame because that
Aggie,
was the greatest.
As an Aggie who was raised on the Double Daves, double overs as we called it. Yeah, that's sad. They still got the pizza rolls though.
Yeah.
They still hang. They still got something that'll keep them in business.
My favorite thing there is the Philly cheesesteak stromboli.
Stromboli.
Ooh.
It is a
Dude.
the stromboli is the well, it's an underappreciated food. It is. It's I'm trying to think of another food that is so good that's underappreciated. That you go, oh, every time I have that, I need to have it again.
Chicken pot pie.
Well, yeah, that's a nice.
I
hearty-
never think about chicken pot pie, and then I have it, and I go, man, chicken pot pie is awesome. But, like, what are you going to do? Go to a restaurant and order chicken pot pie? That's crazy behavior.
No, there's actually Marie Callender's made their name.
Yeah.
I mean, you go.
Yeah, I've eaten one of those there. It's kind of filling, but you're right. I don't want to get a pot pie when I go to a restaurant.
Well, it's kind of that's like going
When I
out
go
and
to a
ordering
restaurant,
chili.
I want a steak or something.
Well, I'm not going to go out and order chili. I'm not going to order anything that I know is leftovers.
Right.
I don't want your gumbo unless that's your specialty.
And that's the thing.
I'm
Like,
not-
at Wendy's, never order the chili. Ever.
Oh,
Ever.
it's been in there for a month.
I was having a really good food discussion with a guy in an airplane one time, and we were talking barbecue and different, there's certain things that people say that what they're talking about. They'll talk about smoke ring, and he said all the right things, and then we started talking about cooking our own stuff and what we'd like to do, and I was like, I cook a pretty good chili. He goes, you know where you can get some good chili. And this is a guy that I'm having like a 35, 40-minute conversation with.
And we started to have some respect for.
And we still have hours to go. And he turned to me with a straight face and said, the kettle.
Oh.
I said, well, our conversation's over. Well, you've just now defined to me where you are in life. So at some point in your life, you were at a kettle restaurant. So you know what sounds good right now? They're chili.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm good on that.
Dude.
I'm
Did
good
you order
on
extra
that.
toilet paper with that?
So here's my thought though. The reason why I was talking about that Fred's fish fry is
But that's the chili at Kettles, man. The kettle.
But if you're going to eat it, like Friday during Lent would be the best time, right? Because it's going to be the freshest.
Well,
and
it's going to be fresh whenever you walk in because they won't have made any fish that day. I don't know how these places stay open. I'm not kidding. San Antonians joke about this, but legitimately, in the middle of May, they might do. I know the Fred's fish fry I'm thinking of over on Calabria. They might have 2 customers a day.
Where, if I want to get some fried fish or fried shrimp, where should I go?
No, you got to go to Fred's. You do. You need to get the
or
loaf of
Sea
bread.
Island on Military.
See, they give you.
Sea Island.
Oh yeah,
on
Sea
Military.
Island.
That's
pretty
far, that
legendary.
sounds far.
Well,
there's a couple of Sea Islands around town. There's one over behind North Star, close to Slackers, right?
Okay, I
There's
can
one
do
there.
that then.
And
yeah,
then
Sea
there's-
Island has good stuff.
Yeah, that's old school San Antonio. But I want you to go to Fred's because you get the fish,
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
and
the
the
slice
bread.
of lemon,
Mhm.
you get the couple of slices of white bread,
Okay.
which is oddly the fish is perfectly square, just like the white bread.
Just
Mm.
like
But,
Luby's.
If you wanted to make the sandwich, you could, and the fries. But the key to Fred's is the lemon. You
See,
get a little
I
slice of
don't-
lemon.
I don't
so
like.
good, though.
I don't like that it's coming out in a perfect
Oh, it's fish
square.
cake. Oh, it's fish cake.
That means it was previously frozen, right?
Oh, it's been
Probably.
frozen, mashed, scrambled, reconstituted, put
I
back
hope it's
together,
frozen. I don't want it to
fried
be
twice.
fresh. Blech.
It's not. It
Oh.
tastes pretty good. But it's your lunchroom fish stick.
Yeah.
It's a fish stick.
Oh, I
fish
don't know
What
if
did you
that-
think it was going to be?
I thought it was gonna be like fish
What-
and chips.
But it is. It's fish and chips. But it's fish cake and chips.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna
And
be
the
like
lemon, which is classic fish and chips. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that then.
Oh but no, it's a San Antonio it's a baptism.
You
Mm.
have to.
You have to.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm ready to be baptized in that way.
Well, and then after you do that, I'm going to take you down for a tripas torta, and then you'll be full San Antonio.
I can do that.
Oh, tripas. And,
You don't scare me with guts. Yeah, that stuff doesn't.
Once you do that. This one tastes particularly like a poop chute.
You start talking about.
I can really taste the manure in this one.
Yeah, you start talking about questionable seafood. That's where I get worried. Guts,
me too.
big deal.
No,
But,
me too.
Tastes kind of like sucking on a penny.
Questionable seafood. That's the scary thing. Well, remember we went and got the carnitas, and I said, "Give me a little everything," and they gave us.
You went to the other end of the cow. I prefer the front end.
Yeah, we got a little bit. We got a little bit of everything. I said, "Give me some of everything."
Give me some of that yellow and some of that extra back end.
It was me, Rob, and Famous James, and I bring that plate over, and they're both looking at it like
dude,
you mean to order that?
That's one of those.
Like, yeah, man.
Smells.
It doesn't smell the best. You're right, but it tastes good.
I have have personally met and inspected not only the cook, but everything around. Anything that has to do with that and with any kind of tripe, any kind of any of the entrails, any of the
Chitlins yeah.
A poorly washed batch of chitlins is just one step away from a pigsty. Just one step away.
I'm in, baby. I'm in.
I've been in a house where they make that, and the smell is
the thought of it makes me almost.
You could smell it as soon as I got out of the car. It was like, "Jeez, what's that smell?"
You'd go over to. I had a friend. You'd go over, and they'd be cooking it in the backyard. And like, what's that smell? Somebody like burning the hair?
It does again. It does smell horrific, but it tastes good.
Nah, that's what we're having for lunch.
You put a bunch of hot sauce on it, and then it tastes delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rubber band, but it tastes like poop.
I
don't know why I wouldn't want that.
Meanwhile, you'll eat a hot dog, no problem. You don't know what the hell's in that.
It's like
you don't think there's guts in that?
But it doesn't have a consistency of a rubber band.
Look at a hot dog like
a present snap. At least it's got a little bit of lips in there.
Think about like the hot dogs you ate when you were a kid.
Oh, there were chunks of teeth in there.
It was like they were all like flexible, floppy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. I mean,
that was plastic.
And you guys ate that? No big deal.
It didn't smell like poop.
Nope. But it was good,
dude.
If you're fried bologna, which is basically a fat hot dog, if it didn't curl up with the butt meat after you microwaved it wasn't a good one. You needed to have the greasiest, fattest bologna because that was the best microwave.
One of the grossest things I realized I did when I was a kid was I would eat cold hot dogs.
Oh, see, that's
a crime.
It really is.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I mean, I was like
that's bologna. You ate bologna sandwiches, and to me, bologna is just a big fat hot dog.
I don't eat bologna. I'm against bologna.
Well, it had to be fried.
Yeah.
I ate the bologna with the olive in it. Remember that? What was it? Something loaf? Or
yeah,
that's remember.
What?
Yeah, you know
it had olives. It had olives.
The
and
meatloaf, whatever that was. Pimento loaf.
That's
bento loaf or something.
It was,
yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah.
I could picture it. It had little chunks of olive in it.
Yeah, my grandma would always have that, and that's what I had to eat. So I was forced to eat it, and I ate it.
Gross.
And chunks of like green olives in there.
Olives in your lunch meat?
Yeah. There's a particular
pimento loaf.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I don't like that. I don't like pimento cheese.
Yeah,
well, good pimento cheeses. Like the Masters kind of pimento cheese that's got a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah.
It's been sitting out in the sun for like 3.5 hours, just about to turn deadly.
Not my thing.
That's good stuff.
Not my thing.
We got salmonella.
We got a lot to discuss today. We're going to talk some LeBron, Stephen A. drama. We're going to talk. It's opening day of Major League Baseball.
We'll talk a lot about it, but I'm so glad that I wasn't on air yesterday afternoon and having to deal with that Dak Prescott trade to the Cleveland Browns.
Well, we're going to talk about that for hours.
Yesterday. It's just silly.
It is.
It was just silly hearing what was going on yesterday.
But we'll tell you why it's absurd. And it's obviously Sweet 16 day as well. So there's a lot going on today. It's a good sports day. And we'll work in some good non-sports stuff too. And we got to talk about tanking. It's back in the news.
Oh, and before the sun comes up, watch your low water crossings. They are high.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It will rain. It's rained a lot in the last 24 hours.
It's not raining now, but if you have low water crossings like I do, they were running.
Kitty Big Balls is out there hiding under the porch. He doesn't deal with this weather very well.
Just sit on the side of the road and listen to us.
That's it. All right, we'll be back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We still have this closure on I-10 upper level westbound, closed from 35 over to Culebra, and that's due to an 18-wheeler accident. So still forcing traffic onto the lower level. About 20 minutes, 1604 westbound, I-10 on over to 281. 281 southbound, 1604 to Wurzbach Parkway, about a 5-6 minute ride. And I-10 eastbound, 410 to 1604, 5-7 minutes. Slick streets, please be very careful as you head out and about this early morning. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Whataburger. Good morning. For a limited time, stop by from 6 to 11 a.m. daily and get the $5 breakfast Whata deal. Either a taquito or honey butter chicken biscuit and any drink for just $5. Available only at Whataburger.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
The Gomez Law Firm is one of the most trusted names in personal injury law across the state of Texas. We have Jose here with the Gomez Law Firm to share what makes working with your firm different than others in the area.
You know, we pride ourselves as being an open line of communications. We don't have an automated service. You're not going to ever dial our phone number and get some robot on the other line. You're always going to get a person 24/7. Our principal office is here in San Antonio. Mr. Gomez was born and raised here, practicing law here in San Antonio in his community for 50 years. There are not many attorneys that can say that.
Thank you to the Gomez Law Firm for continuing to fight for our community. The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio.
If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm.
Visit joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com for one of the most trusted names in personal injury.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rock's the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rock's has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rock's know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Aw, springtime is here and baseball season is finally underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond to your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, you can take your pick of more or less for your shot of 1,000 times your money cash today. I'll say it again. That's today, because on Prize Picks, you can match your player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with your favorite basketball players. Maybe it's hockey. Maybe it's esports. Maybe it's something else. That's why you download Prize Picks. And what you do with Prize Picks is you win $50 instantly. Go download the app today and use the code ALAMO. That's ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. I'll say it again. Download the app right now. Use the code ALAMO. That's $50 instantly. Just play your lineup. Prize Picks. Hey, go run your game. I love Prize Picks because I'm not alone. There's millions of us playing, and you can win. It's easy. More or less. You better go run your game now.
The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. Don't miss the 2025 State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. Witness the nation's top dunkers and sharpshooters battle it out live in person. One epic night of unbelievable skill and electrifying energy. Thursday, April 3rd at the Frost Bank Center. Tickets are going fast. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. See you April 3rd for the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. One night, pure action. Don't miss it.
Guys, if you're not feeling like yourself anymore, testosterone therapy or TRT may be the answer. Look for the VIP treatment with the TRT experts at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. With over a decade of TRT experience, book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah. Vic, he used to work on the docks.
Yeah.
Or Tommy. Tommy and Vic work together. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough. Oh yeah!
Did you appreciate Bon Jovi? Were you one of them? There were Bon Jovi heads back in the day.
I was not
but that was before you.
I was not a Bon Jovi fan in the time that Bon Jovi was happening.
See, there was those types though. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. I mean, that was a big band.
Yeah, they were of that genre. They were the biggest.
Yeah. I don't know what genre you would call that.
Kind of light hair band,
like a pop
hair band.
I guess so.
They didn't start that way. That
No.
one way they were kind of rebel, but they went a little poppy, hair.
They did
big hair, and
it was like because they were out around the same time as Van Halen.
Yeah, they were the lighter version of Van Halen.
Way lighter. Yeah, way less cool.
Well, no, yeah.
I think Bon Jovi was Van Halen for chicks.
That would be yes, very
right.
much.
That's about right.
That's about right. That's why all the guys were fans.
Yeah,
you had to be.
I mean, Van Halen was for the fellas, and Bon Jovi was for the gals.
Although
for the ladies.
1984.
To use an offensive term.
Van Halen on tour. They're in Lubbock. I was like close, and I can say I witnessed it. David Lee Roth does not drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels, which he portrayed on stage. I watched the guy hand him the bottle.
Was it tea?
It was tea.
I knew it.
The bottle was already open, I can tell you that. He acted like it wasn't, but it had already been open. I watched it happen.
Well, watch me right now.
That's not real.
I'm going to drink this whole bottle right here.
You'd think
the whole thing.
No.
And this is the extra.
I just took the plastic off.
They cracked the seal. 5 hours of fire right there. Not that I'm plugging any brand, but some mornings are a requirement.
That's a shot.
I took the whole thing, man.
You
man.
do shots. Woof it.
Oh,
Woof
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When someone asks you, like I guess you don't drink anymore, Vic, but when in your time, if someone said, hey, we're doing shots, what are you drinking?
At the time, probably just either tequila or vodka.
Okay, what about you, Rob? What do you
I'm going to go to tequila because, and as long as it's not yellow.
I always be white, yeah.
I always just say, I'll take what you're drinking.
Well, there's very rarely have I had a shot that I was like, I'll never do again. But if
I'm not doing that again.
Like kamikazes is an easy shot. Everybody can drink a kamikaze.
I'll do Crown shots.
And but a lot of people won't do bourbon.
Yeah, I like Crown.
Or
Crown
any kind
good.
of whiskey. That's a So there's most sweet shots that's why everybody can do them because they're sweet and easy to drink.
Yeah.
Right?
I just say I'll drink whatever you're drinking if we're doing shots.
You do when you
that's
say
how I
that
end up
though.
Drinking
That's
Fernet.
that's exactly it. When you say that, you end up getting a thing like Fernet.
Rumpelmints.
Rumpelmints. Now, when I first started here 8 years ago, Minix is a legendary partier. Minix can go with the best of them.
Oh yeah, he stands up at concerts.
Always, man. Minix can go. And I had never had Fireball before.
That sounds awful.
You know why?
It's
because you're not in college 5 years ago.
Fireball is just a reincarnation of Goldschlager. I mean, I did the Goldschlager back in the day.
Yeah.
But that was 10 years ago. It was hard not to leave a bar without taking a shot of Fireball. It seemed like Fireball was everywhere.
And it's what Jaeger was 20 years ago.
And before that, it was Jaeger.
It's what Big Red Gum tastes like. Remember Big Red Gum?
Exactly. It's that cinnamon kind of band. So the modern version of that, I guess, is no. There's not a modern version of Jaeger popping around. It's still
Fernet.
Fernet.
It is. Yeah,
it is.
That's what's come. Yeah,
it's pretty close.
Yeah,
Fernet's pretty close. It really is. Although it doesn't seem to have the hallucinogenic effects that Jaeger can have.
I don't know.
Although I'll never find out.
You'll find out.
I'll never have more than that one small thimble.
No, we're
going
to get you lit up on it. Lit up.
The problem is you drink the Fernet and you never have to worry about worms again.
That's true.
It takes care of that.
Oh, I was going to say.
Let's talk some LeBron on the other side. And Stephen A. Smith talking about how he would have whooped LeBron's
boat up, brother.
He would have put hands on LeBron. That's what I heard yesterday. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We still have this closure on I-10 upper level westbound closed from 35 over to Culebra, and that's due to an 18-wheeler accident. So still forcing traffic onto the lower level. About 20 minutes, 1604 westbound I-10 on over to 281. 281 southbound, 1604 to Wurzbach Parkway, about a 5-6 minute ride. And I-10 eastbound, 410 to 1604, 5-7 minutes. Slick streets, please be very careful as you head out and about this early morning. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Ricky, would you like to rap at the Testicle Festival? Can you give me a little rap?
You want me to spit a rap?
Yeah, I want you to spit a rap.
About balls? Yo, Testicle Festival. It's like an extraterrestrial. Widen my eyes when I see them calf fries.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. 1 day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sports book, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at circalasvegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
T-Mobile Home Internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing. There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile Home Internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on them.
Get T-Mobile Home Internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Did you know that 70% of divorces are filed by women? She's already thinking about it. I urge you, do not get caught off guard. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates. Divorce is tough, but it's up to you to take control and avoid your spouse from dictating the terms. At Barton & Associates, this isn't just about getting through the process. It's about securing your assets, safeguarding what you've worked hard for, and avoiding unnecessary losses. Visit TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What a wild day for LeBron James. LeBron, who was on the McAfee show.
Which, before we go any further, what a freaking coup.
To get LeBron on?
For an hour. No, that was huge for McAfee. Now, it feels a little staged, but what a coup for this guy.
When you say a little staged, what exactly?
Well, I mean, the outcome of this is he picked a fight with the other biggest star on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. The outcome of the morning interview is an afternoon podcast by their other $20 million dude. So now they have an internal spat. It feels like Vince McMahon putting together a summer slam that'll finish up sometime in June when finally LeBron and Stephen A. meet in some kind of I'm taking my talents hour-long debate.
Well, here's what LeBron, the biggest takeaway was LeBron talking about Stephen A. Smith yesterday. And here's what he had to say about Stephen A.
You and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's going to be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh, my God. He's going to get home and grab some ice cream out of the freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance to get, but you're right.
Dude, relax, bro. Relax. Seriously.
Okay, so this all comes, and Stephen A. Smith has now retorted.
Oh, yeah.
I wish we could play the sound. We don't have it cut up properly, so we'd have to play it over a laptop, and it would sound terrible. But Stephen A. said LeBron's lying. Like LeBron was mad that he was talking about his son's play, and he said, he says he doesn't care if you're allowed to criticize, but that's what he was mad about.
I think that LeBron is wrong. I think that Stephen A. said what we all know to be true, that this is the ultimate example of daddy ball. This is, at the end of the day, that Bronny is a member of the Lucky Gene Club, was born on third base, and LeBron wants us to act like the guy earned it, and he didn't. He has not earned what he got. Now, he might eventually, but right now, the dude sucks, and he took somebody else's job and has been given favored status.
He
like
scored
no one in
30-something points in a G League
game,
game,
A lot of dudes
Rob.
have scored G League points. Great for him, yes. And you know what? He should have always been there. There should have been nobody of that status, of his ilk, ever made the Lakers, nor made a road start, ever. It's just not, that doesn't happen. Only but for him. So for LeBron to be blinded by that, I'm not surprised, because that's the bubble he lives in. But the fact remains that Stephen A. has been about 90% right. Now, I do think that they went a little overboard. I have too, because it's so glaring. But LeBron, I think thou dost protest too much.
Yeah. Now, when Stephen A. Smith retorted, he said, well, what do y'all want me to do? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And he said, let me assure you, it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked, because if that man had put hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate, but I knew he wasn't going to do something like that.
Well, he does make some valid points.
Do you believe that Stephen A. Smith, if LeBron would have poked him in the chest?
Oh, he'd have fought. He'd have swung back. Oh, yeah. He's pugnacious. Yeah, he'd have gone.
That's wild. Like you're going to lose your job over it?
Oh, I don't think he'd have lost his job. I think he'd have gotten a raise. I mean, keep in mind,
probably got a raise.
Shoot, this would be the biggest media event in history. Worst case scenario is for Pitaro at ESPN to do anything like suspend him or fire him. You'd make him an even bigger star. You'd make him a martyr.
I don't know who to back in this situation. Stephen A. Smith is such a he's a pain in the ass. He is a scab picker.
He's a fire starter. That's his job.
But LeBron is in the wrong on this. Like LeBron is certainly defending the fact that Bronny's in the NBA.
And should be proud of it. You know, if you're defending your child, I mean, that's part of life. But understand, you're defending from a point that needs to be defended. I mean, this guy shouldn't be where he is. So I appreciate the fact that you're standing up for your baby. I mean, I would too. But you're out on a plank that you shouldn't be on to start with.
Well, let's hit our last break of the hour, and when we come back, I wanted to ask you: do you think that because we're talking about McAfee, we're talking about Stephen A, and ESPN's making some big changes?
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's directly because.
Oh, it's directly because of McAfee and Smith.
Those guys are making so much money.
Yeah, they're shutting down entire parts of the company to pay for this.
We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is heading to Vegas, and you're coming with us. Join Jason and Joe from the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas for Mega March, March 27th through the 30th. Catch baseball's opening day and all the hoops action at the world's largest sports book. Then take the party to Stadium Swing with 6 pools and a massive 143-foot screen. Book now at CircaLasVegas.com with promo code BLITZ and join us at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports, sun, spirits, and a sure bet for an unforgettable time.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Whoa, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. That's exactly what I did. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home evaluation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
All right, guys, summer is coming. You could hit the gym, but you're probably going to say, I'll start next Monday. Here's what you need to do. You need to get M-Sculpt Neo from Dr. Connie Hires. It burns fat, builds muscle, and tightens up your abs, your arms, even your butt and your legs. And guess what? She can do it, too. Couples who sculpt together, well, call 210-494-8446 or go to findyourbeautiful.com. FindYourBeautiful.com, because Dad Bod season is officially over, and Dr. Connie Hires is here to help you get ready for summer.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Bow, bow.
So damn easy.
Elsewhere in the world, ESPN decided that the LA Sports Center is going the way of the dinosaur.
Yep.
Going back to one city.
The only thing that they're leaving in LA is the NBA Today crew, but everything that the late night ESPN Sports Center is moving back to stores. I think I read where there's like 35 Bristol, but of 35 of the 230 ESPN employees there in LA, which most of them kind of cross between Disney and ESPN. The ESPN types are all going back to, or given the opportunity to take the same job or something like that back in Connecticut. But late night sports center gone.
They are ESPN is getting smaller and smaller because fewer and fewer people matter to their bottom line. And the truth is, guys like Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith matter a lot, so they're giving them a lot of money. Mike Greenberg, I guess, falls into that same conversation. Like, these guys are all getting tons of dough.
Well, don't forget about Aikman, and that crew just got a big old bump from them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Stephen A. just signed a 5-year, $100 million deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and McAfee is right in there.
I think McAfee makes more than Stephen A.
Is right in there. And Buck and Aikman got a big old pop of that money, too. So, the talent now is much like the rest of the broadcast news and sports industry is getting younger because they're cheaper.
Tightening up, too.
Yeah.
Tightening up. I haven't heard any names of big-time cuts yet, but I'm sure they're coming. I only hope – here's my hope. I hope that Scott Van Pelt stays.
I think he has – he's got his own little studio up there in Maryland, up in Baltimore. I think he's built himself a nice little compound. He's safe. He's safe. He's up in there. I don't know if his pay matches his stature, but he's up there with ESPN.
To me, he
is a brand.
He is the most important guy left at ESPN. I mean, not to them. I think certainly now it's McAfee to them, which is funny. But to me, like as someone, because I can look at Stephen A. and I can look at McAfee, and I don't take them seriously as like I don't know. I don't take them seriously as broadcasters, I guess. I think they're good at what they do, but I don't feel like I can.
Well, I think that they're not there. I know what you're saying, but they're there for their perspective because I think McAfee brings a rather unique.
It's opinion stuff. That's what they're.
That's all.
They're
it is.
Columnists.
They're not journalists by any stretch, but they will break news periodically because of the relationships.
And even though Van Pelt is not like we're not talking about like a newsman. He's at least someone who I think, even though he's funny, I at least take him kind of seriously. I don't know why.
Because he's a radio guy at heart.
Maybe that's what it is.
He is. He does. His show is a radio show that he does on television.
And truly, I say to you, radio guys are the most serious people.
Look at us.
Which camera do I need to look at?
See, don't look at the camera. We don't have cameras. We're still doing radio.
No, that's
wrong camera.
There we go.
You need to look there, straight ahead.
That one right there.
Radio is a serious form of media.
And I can't believe they let cameras in here to show
this
all
is
the
serious.
Hard work that gets done.
Look at this face.
Don't look at the face.
Am I playing games? I don't play.
Yeah.
LeBron puts his hands on me, I'm swinging.
You're swinging, buddy.
Let's go. We'll talk some Russ. We'll talk some Rajas. Rajas coming up next.
Riding the work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by True Green.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway, and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
George gets justice. Hurt in a wreck? Get George. Hit by an 18-wheeler or commercial truck? Get George. Injured at work? Get George. When you're dealing with personal injury, you need to get George because George gets justice. I'm George Salinas, and my San Antonio-based firm has been recognized across the state of Texas and the United States. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com.
George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little hope over here. Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance. What? Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers. Seriously? Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. Don't miss the 2025 State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. Witness the nation's top dunkers and sharpshooters battle it out live in person. One epic night of unbelievable skill and electrifying energy. Thursday, April 3rd at the Frost Bank Center. Tickets are going fast. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. See you April 3rd for the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. One night, pure action. Don't miss it.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything you need. More than 135 degree and certificate programs, online and hybrid courses, dedicated success coaches, and more from a top military and veteran-trusted university for over 75 years. Classes start soon. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. Cleared that accident, that 18-wheeler accident on I-10 upper level westbound. Now open 35 over to Culebra. Still working the wreck at 281 southbound at Hildebrand. That's in the left lane. Almost a 30-minute delay. It's slow from Bassey. Slick streets as you head out and about this early morning, so just please slow down. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line and we'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Texas Rangers open their season today at home against the Boston Red Sox. A game you can catch live right here on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM starting at 2:30. It's Sweet 16 tonight. The games get busy tonight, live right here on San Antonio Sports Star just after the Blitz at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This SportsCenter update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Rolling along on a small Friday, 7:02 here on the Morning Huddle. AJ and Rob and AJ, Vic even in the building today. After Vic's got, this is so great. Vic, the 3-day week is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's like you get back to work after taking a couple days off, and then it's like
it's Thursday already.
So, but I'll tell you what, tomorrow you're going to feel like crap. But I know it'll be Friday.
Because remember, I did that last week.
Yeah, you showed up just for Thursday.
I was here
Friday.
Thursday, Friday. It was like, oh wow, that was awesome.
It was a quick week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if I take an early part of the week off, Mondays throw me off. I guess 2 days is much better than one. Because if you take Monday off, inevitably by Friday, you're like, I thought this week was going to be fast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, you need 2
Monday
days.
and Tuesday, it does speed by.
Oh, yeah.
But I was sick, so it was kind of.
Would you prefer Mondays or Fridays off? If you could choose your 3-day weekend.
I prefer Mondays. Mondays off.
That's a tough one.
I do Monday.
Mondays
all day.
always feel pretty good when you don't have to go to work and everybody else.
Yeah, that is cool. But I do like a night. You know what? For us, the answer is easy. It's Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Off.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That's
the
what-
truth about our job, listen, morning radio ain't for everybody. It ain't all peaches and cream. But here's the biggest benefit of it. When we get off the air Friday,
I'm done.
We're
10 a.m.
10 a.m. done.
Your weekend starts at 10 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
So you almost have a 3-day weekend built in
Already.
Now, you can't stay up real late on Sunday because you got to be up early Monday. So for me, I'd much rather have that Monday off. So that, but because it's almost a 4-day weekend if you get Monday off.
It works to our advantage, though. It feels so good on Thursday night knowing tomorrow, Friday, I ain't getting up. And that feeling is far better than the Sunday, oh, crap, I got to go to bed early.
Yeah,
see,
that's true.
I like, what is it, the Sunday nights to where
When
I don't have to go to bed early.
when
and
you know what?
Everyone's got their Mondays.
And
I'm not
especially
going.
during football season when that game is going to go till 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Well,
Sunday night
I can watch all of it.
Yeah,
no worries,
and
baby.
Vic did it the right way. We got the group text on Sunday saying, "Hey guys, Vic is out. Not only tomorrow, he's out Tuesday also. He's sick.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately he was faking. I knew he was faking. I was
because
like,
he's already got the one kidney thing.
Already got Tuesday off? Like, how sick is he dead?
Yeah. Well, yesterday he was near death.
I know.
It was bad, man, but I feel a lot better today. Night and day.
Yeah, Monday off is way better. But you know what? I don't mind coming in on Friday morning. I feel pretty good on Friday mornings. It's hard to keep me down, Bubba. Hard to keep me down. All right. I said we would. Last thing about LeBron. His day ended on a.
Had a hell of a day.
On a good note. Hits a game winner. They beat the Pacers. LeBron gets the win at the buzzer.
Little tip. Luka had a hell of a night.
Yeah. How about that? Wasn't LeBron's best night, but he finished strong. And that's all that matters. Good. The Lakers needed that, too. They needed that win because I still don't know what to make of the Lakers. I don't think I want to play the Lakers in the playoffs, but it also wouldn't shock me if they get roasted in the first round.
Well, they're of the mentality. They just need to get there. And they know it. Just get there and be playing.
They'll be dangerous.
It doesn't matter. You can be 8 seed playing. Just be there.
Let's switch up to the NFL for a brief moment because, first of all, the Russell Wilson thing is so funny.
He is so... You know when you meet people that are you just around him, you go, everything about you is fake.
Yeah.
Everything about Russell drives me crazy.
That's why I say, Russ, they've got cornballs, cutlets, and crab cakes crab legs now up in New York.
The worst thing Russell can do is speak, and the thing is, he thinks it's the best thing he does.
He's one of these guys who there are guys who, when they talk to you, there's like a way they talk that's like
sincere. It hits you.
There's like you feel like they're trying to drive you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's doing.
When Russ does it, it does feel so contrived and so fake and like.
What would a leader say? That's what he would say. Well, I'm going to say that.
It's like he's read a bunch of handbooks on how to be a leader.
Just
and
he's
certainly not a born.
Let's ride.
Yeah,
no, that didn't take
Broncos country.
No, he didn't do Let's Ride yesterday. He had another one. Let's rock and roll. That's what it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. He did say yesterday he expects to be the starter.
Well, he said he's got.
He said that now. Of course, he expected to be the starter going into last season. And it was Justin Fields.
And in Denver.
But he did say, I'll be coming in. I'm ready to rock and roll every day.
Rock and roll, baby.
And he said, I think this team's really looking for someone to lead them in every way.
There is nothing worse than a guy who is desperate for people to follow him.
It does kind of feel that way. Now, this is the wild thing, is more and more, I thought when they signed Russ, I said, well, that does it for the Shedeur Sanders talk. The Giants aren't taking a quarterback. But now I'm hearing more and more, they're not writing off the idea that they might take a quarterback.
I think if they're feeling like the best thing that ever happened to J.J. McCarthy was to sit and watch, and I think most NFL teams and coaches, the ideal scenario has always been, you draft your rookie, you let him watch as long as you possibly can, and then you start him. I mean, that's the old formula.
You can only do that if you've got a guy who gives you a chance to win right now.
Yes, absolutely. And then ideally, you draft the quarterback 3 years before that guy is done.
And I mean, listen, Minnesota didn't really have a choice.
I know. But I don't want it to sound like this is some kind of radical idea that they're going to draft Shedeur because they have Russell. That used to be the plan. You had a starting quarterback that you trusted that could go win, but you saw the end of the rainbow and went ahead and drafted the next.
But what we've learned now is the best time to win
when they're young.
Is when you've got a quarterback on a rookie deal.
Yep.
Because eventually he's going to get so expensive that it's hard to keep a roster around him.
The problem with what that theory is, everybody agrees that's the best way, but the way of the world is you got to pay the quarterback.
True.
So
now, but the deal is with the Giants. The Giants, I don't
they're
care
not applying to win.
If Patrick Mahomes played for the Giants, they wouldn't win a Super Bowl. Like the Giants roster outside of quarterback is awful.
Now we have this debate, but do you legitimately think that they could be looking at Shedeur because I think
they could.
Now
yeah.
I'm even more comfortable drafting Shedeur than I would have been without Russell.
I think it would be a poor decision. I think this is your chance. This is your chance to build the rest of your roster up. So when you do get that rookie quarterback, hey, we got a chance to do something. Let's make something happen. Because if you draft a quarterback right now, this is year 1 of 5 that you've got an affordable quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's wasted because there's not enough talent to do anything with him.
You don't get Jameis and Russell expecting to go draft a quarterback. I will say that. But I do think in the back of their minds, one of these guys they really like. I don't know if it's Shedeur, if it's Cam, but I'll bet one of them they really like. And if he is there, they'll give it a serious thought. Now, the other one, whichever that other one is, he ain't getting drafted. I just think that they're playing their cards the right way. And if they have scouted a dude that they really feel like, you know what, no matter what, we'd have drafted him regardless, and we can now draft and stash, or at the very worst, I only got Russell here for a year, and I ain't paying him that much.
That's true.
I think it made it a little bit more likely, but I do think they had in their minds, worst case is we got us a quarterback. I don't like the other guy, but if that guy manages to fall, or I can move this pick now because I do have a quarterback and something comes, maybe I can still get my what's his name, Shuck, or what the kid
Tyler
that's coming
Shuck,
out of nowhere.
yeah.
Maybe I can move down and get that guy.
See, to me, that's what you want to do is because you've gotten now Russell Wilson, you got Russell Wilson, you've got Jameis Winston. The move is
move down.
I think it's draft the best player you can at 3. Preferably, I'm hoping Abdul Carter's there if I'm the Giants.
I think there's that thought. You know what? Worst case is we got a quarterback, but Carter falls, I can take him.
That
Somebody
might be the
calls,
one,
I could turn one into 2 picks.
But think about it, the one position where they're strong. They've got Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. Maybe they need anything but Abdul Carter.
I think they need everything. I don't care if, there's not a position on the board.
But you can take an offensive lineman.
Yes.
You got a lot of options
so
there.
I think that gave him a safety net, but it wouldn't shock me at all to see him draft a quarterback.
But it shouldn't be in round 1. They should not use the 3rd pick on Shedeur Sanders.
Not the 3rd pick, still in round 1.
Right. If you want to move down to 27, and then you want to take whoever, Tyler Shuck, Quinn Ewers, Jackson Dart, whoever, go for it. I guess it's again not my cup of tea. If I was around and if those guys are around in round 2 or 3, okay, I'll shoot a shot.
And also knowing, best case scenario, if everything works out perfectly, I win 6 games.
Right.
If everything worked right, so
but
you got a pretty good safety net.
That's the biggest problem with drafting a quarterback for this team now is. Whoever you draft this year at quarterback isn't going to help you this year.
No, he's next year for sure. Yeah, that's why I think Shedeur, one of those guys that, has everything, but not quite. Want him to sit and watch. Maybe this is the ideal move.
But that also means drafting a quarterback means you're not improving your roster for when that quarterback takes over.
You're going to be god awful. Maybe you'll draft your left tackle next year. But there is that. But suddenly you'll have $21.5 million break free because Russell's only here for a year. So it would make some sense, though. It's such a cagey move, and so many things have to break right for this strategy to work. But if it does work and they can move down, still get a quarterback, and still add value, I think it's more likely than not that they will end up with a quarterback.
I'm interested to see what they do. All right, here's a question for you, and we'll discuss this on the other side. What happens now with Aaron Rodgers? And
I think I know, dude.
You said something that surprised
I think it's
me.
Feeling this way,
but I also heard something from Cam Hayward yesterday.
Oh, is he softening his stance a little bit?
Just a little. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
He saw Mason Rudolph work out. Let's call him. Hey, I don't know what you did this morning. Hopefully you stepped into a water-softened shower from Connecticut and washed yourself clean and carried on about your day. If that's you, you're one of many here in San Antonio because Connecticut's been around this part of the world for 50 years. They've been taking care of us for a long time. And for those of us who've never had anything but Connecticut water softeners, it's kind of hard to imagine life without because you don't know what it's like to have those cloggy ice cubes. And you don't know what it's like to look at the glasses in your cupboard and go, why is there's all this white powder on there? And what's all this scale down on the bottom of my bathtub? You don't have to live with that. For those that do, Connecticut takes care of that in ways that you might not have considered. Connecticut water softeners aren't they don't have motherboards. You don't plug them in. They just work on kinetic energy. I was telling anybody, I don't know how that works. It's just science, but tell you what, it does work. For those of us on wells like I am, it adds an extra bit of security of getting all the stuff that's coming out of that well water and making sure you're getting the very best, cleanest water possible. And Connecticut does that as good as anybody. with the best kind of warranty you can get. Like I said, I tell everybody, I've got a great warranty, I think anyway. I've never had to use it. My Kinetico's never broken. So if you're in the market for a Kinetico, now's the time. If you'll call 656-PURE today, 656-PURE, you will have a Kinetico representative out to your home post-haste. They'll put a Kinetico in there, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. 90 days from now, when it's time to decide, I'm sure you'll say yes, and that warranty will come along with it. But what goes along with it as well is a brand new reverse osmosis drinking station on your sink. I got it. I had to pay for it. You'll get it free. No more water bottles in your life. Clean, clear, ready water whenever you're ready to go. How do you get it? Call 656-PURE. Get all your details at KineticoSA.com. But listen to me. Go get the very best. Go get yourself a Kinetico, and I'm sure you're going to come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. And it's all about having a great time. Grab your buddies and ladies too. Hit the course for a fun, laid-back day of golf, laughs, and a little friendly competition at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, April 14th. It's just $120 a player or $400 for a foursome. A solid deal for a day of good times with your crew. The Spring Golf Classic benefits the Pan American Golf Association. But don't worry, this isn't some high-stakes tournament. It's all about kicking back, having fun, and making memories. Presented by Fly by England and sponsored by Ancira.com and PBL Motorhomes. After you've crushed it on the course, join us at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco for the ultimate after party. Cold drinks, great food, and good times with all of your buddies. So grab your spot, grab your crew, and tee off for a day of unforgettable fun. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. 1 day only. Coastal waterfront property starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-335
800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial. For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment. Not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com. The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match and bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Cowboys, according to James Slater, the NFL Network, not in the mix right now for Whams. Wow. The Whams.
The Whams
have released Cooper Kupp. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, and tip your waitress. That Wasco Wabbit. I can't believe I just went full Elmer Fudd there on that Sports Center. The Whams.
The Whams, huh?
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Good morning, friends. Oh, God.
You're not a Depeche Mode fan?
I've told you I hate Depeche Mode.
Hey, I got to cater to both of you, so.
I don't think Rob really likes Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode's part and parcel of my upbringing, baby.
Yeah. Mine too.
I guess so. Like, if you like NXS, you probably like this.
It's of the era when
and
the greatest music of all time was.
God, Duran Duran sucks, too. Oh.
See?
God, the 80s were so bad.
See, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. They built the platform of which you worship on today. But for them, you would not have your band.
I get it. Yeah, but that's like saying, well, if it weren't
for... nobody was influenced by Duran Duran.
If it weren't for the Beatles, like...
Well, yeah.
That's a little different. You know, that like everybody listened to the Beatles and said, yeah, let's riff off this. Elvis, like, I mean...
Well, what I was going to say, no one riffed off Duran Duran.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but they were a product of a brand new thing.
All I'm saying is like rock bands weren't okay. Duran Duran did it this way. Let's do it.
No, that's never how it goes. But you know,
let's do it the opposite way. Like where we make music that doesn't suck.
You're in the industry when you go and you're like, what's the local underground newspaper? What's the one here in San Antonio?
Like I know
the Current?
The Current. Okay. So you go, you know, all those underground papers back in the 70s and 80s before any kind of internet or boards. And you'd go and you'd open up the underground paper, and on the back it would be bands searching for musicians. And you'd go, looking for a front man, influences are, whose influences are. And there'd be this and that and this, and sometimes there's these disparate characters from John Coltrane to Jim Morrison to Pee Wee Herman. You know, that we need those kind of influences. There's some that slow Duran Duran down even now. I mean, there's a musicality that they brought. That
no
the
one
Brits,
ever,
the
no
Brits
one ever
are better
calls
rock
those
stars.
guys.
No one calls them, but the Brits are good rock stars. They're better than us at that. The Brits just
They are.
get up on stage better than us. We do better music, but as far as showmanship, the Brits are better at it. I don't know why.
I don't know that we do better. We certainly don't do better rock and roll music than
Well,
them.
maybe not, but I mean, I'm thinking of blues, jazz. I mean, there's some things that
Yeah.
we do that they've stolen, but they're better at performing it sometimes than we are at making it.
True.
Yeah.
And that was Duran Duran. That's all I'm getting at. And Depeche Mode, dude, that's a vein of music that the influence, I mean, it still carries. That dance.
They'll still sell tickets today.
Oh, dude, how many times have you seen Depeche Mode?
At least twice.
Yeah,
I was looking at I'm going to a concert next Friday in Austin. I'm going to see Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit, which is Jason Isbell's probably my favorite current act. Rob was like, I never heard of him.
I went home listening to Jason. I had heard of him. I didn't realize who that was. I thought he was really country, and he ain't.
He's not country. No. But I was looking at he's playing it's part of the ACL Live run that they're doing there at the Moody Center, and he's doing 3 nights there. I looked through the acts that are coming through there, and Eric Church,
which is kind of like Eric Isbell. They're the same.
I didn't realize how big of a deal this guy is. The cheapest ticket you can get at an Eric Church show, which is on the balcony, side view, back row.
Balcony side, how much?
You know why?
$600.
You know why? It's because Austin people,
$600.
and you were one of them. We're bringing you back, but Austin, they're too snobby about their music.
I lived in
music
Austin.
Snob wears me out.
I was an Austin person when no one would pay $600 to go to a concert.
See, but that's when they became snobby because you guys would get the bands that just wouldn't stop, and you're like, "Oh, Austin, this is you listen to regular radio."
Yeah, when I left, Austin became pretentious and started paying $600 for tickets.
That's right. So now Austin is so pretentious that to go see him or Isbell or whoever it might be, it's double the price because we understand music far more than the average San Antonian. Oh, you don't understand the history of the music that we listen to here.
They have raves at coffee houses in the morning.
Yeah, the Isbell tickets are not near $600, so that's the upside. But I am excited to go see. I won't pay $600 for a concert. I don't know
Unless it's U2.
I wouldn't pay $600.
Would you pay $600 for a band that could play both NXS and U2?
No.
You could have.
No.
And gotten your money's worth just 2 weeks
ago.
What?
I'd pay $600 to whoop that guy's ass who suckered me.
Yeah.
It's the same dude.
I'm still so mad about that. Why do you keep bringing that up?
Because it's one of the single greatest con jobs of all time.
It really is.
We were led to believe there was, in fact, 2 bands.
The worst part
Changing
about
shirts
it is,
and wigs does not count.
The worst part about it is I was the only one upset.
No, because they were good.
Like, Rob,
they were pretty good.
I'm there with.
You were the youngest one.
I'm
that's why.
and I was also like the ultimate third wheel because it was Rob and his wife, Jason and his wife, Joe and his wife, and me.
And we're all trying to get laid.
And
we're all trying to get in good with the wives.
All of them are
dance
like,
around in excess, and you're like, this thing sucks.
I was like,
we're like, yeah, we know it sucks, but at least we got a chance. Keep it down.
How many with the NXS band? I was like, how much longer are they going to play? Like, how?
They have a lot of hits.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. That's why they played so long.
No, they played a bunch. They played a bunch of BS songs too.
No, they played every possible.
And then they played like
a
different version of their big hit.
It was there's nothing.
It's like
better.
a remix. It was terrible.
There's nothing better than an NXS medley to close down a show.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they got down into the crowd. Oh, it was a medley of all their big ones, and they redid a other song, kinda.
Finally, it's over, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Nope.
Finally, we've gotten to the end of this.
Wait a minute.
And then
Is
I'm
that
like,
Bono up there?
And then
it is. No, wait. Can't be.
That son of a bitch.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
Better wig.
And then he's like,
and cowboy hat.
Hey, let's hear it for everything in excess. What a show they put on.
Those guys are awesome.
And I'm looking at everybody else with me is like, yeah, this is great. And I'm like, are you guys kidding me? You're not mad about it? We got tricked.
That's a $600 ticket.
Oh my God.
That's worth every penny.
I think I'll pay $600 to see anybody.
Oh, he's worth it.
I don't think so.
$600. No, it's like no way. Maybe for like $600 for like a 3-day music festival to me is now like I don't know if I'm in for that.
Still a lot.
Yeah, and mostly it's because I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to 3 days in a row of a music festival.
I can't survive.
I can't
3
live
days.
through that. I'm too old now.
Yeah.
What's the VIP now at ACL?
Oh, it's like
1,500.
1,500?
Yeah.
Jeez,
That's
see?
worth it. The older I get, the more it's worth it. Ready access to bathrooms and a place to sit down. How much?
I got to be able to sit down.
I'm kind of into it.
I need bathrooms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I need that.
I'm at least twice an hour, so
No,
I gotta. Be
hey, I told you we talked some Aaron Rodgers. Cam Hayward has softened his stance. See, I guess that's probably the right way to put it.
Well, did he go see Mason Rudolph work out and go, wait a minute?
Yeah, he was like, you know what? When I said
what I meant was,
when I said that we were happy with Mason Rudolph at quarterback, I didn't mean it that way.
I've been playing Madden, and it ain't the same.
Now here's what he said, and I hate when this happens. Cam Hayward said, "My comments were misconstrued."
Of course they
Dude, we have the quote.
Yeah,
like we hear like.
Just admit.
If it's misconstrued by literally everyone, that means you said something that you didn't mean, or you just...
I didn't hit that girl in the back of the head with a baton. Yeah, you kind of did. On purpose. Yeah. No, what I meant was...
He said, all I said was I'm not going on a darkness retreat to recruit him. The pitch is, if you want to be a Steeler, be a Steeler. That's all it was. It wasn't that I don't like Aaron Rodgers or I'm against it. When I look at our team right now, it would be really cool to have a guy like Aaron Rodgers, but I can't be the guy who gets it over the finish line. He's got to make those decisions for himself. I'm excited to see what happens.
You know, my dad always used to say, never underestimate ego or sex drive. And never underestimate Aaron Rodgers' ego. And if his ego cannot match the salary or the leadership or the role, I don't think he can take it. I don't think that he can function. That he needs to be, please come play for us. Please, we need you.
Yeah.
And do what you need to do because you're great. And if he doesn't get that, like he got with the Jets, where he could take time off to do all that kind of crap, I don't think he feels needed. I think his ego is going to have him retire. I don't think it's going to stay retired because is the number changing today? Did it change yesterday? Is there anything? We know what the market is. It's $21.5 million for a year. That's the market.
Here's what I understand. Aaron Rodgers has offers on the table.
Yes.
And everybody is now waiting on Aaron Rodgers, which is not what I expected.
Well, they've lowballed it. It's under 21.5. His ego will not allow him to take less than Russell. Because if the moment he signs that deal, everybody knows. Now it's just an offer. Now it's this vague thing. Oh, no, they offered more than that.
I don't know. It seems like that. Maybe you're right.
I think it's his ego. I think he still wants to play.
42 years old, bro.
Coax me. Tell me how great I am. So I'm going to retire, and you're going to call me desperate when one of your QBs snaps an Achilles like I did. And then you're going to love me, and you're going to want me. And at that point, money won't matter because I'll be doing it magnanimously, and I'll show up and save you. At least that's in his mind.
Yeah, that's what he's presenting it as.
Do you think, I mean, honestly, what else could be the holdup here other than balancing value for season or retirement?
My honest opinion is the longer he waits, the less the pressure is. Like the later he shows up, the less the expectation is that he's going to be straight to work.
There's a syndrome for this, where the savior syndrome, I have to be the guy that saves the day, and the longer I wait, the better, a little more it'll look like. All right, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'll fix things. You'll let it go this far. It's OTAs now. Here I am. I'm here to save the day. That would make sense.
Claymore says it looks like the NFL might be done with Rodgers.
That's possible.
But it doesn't seem that way because, I mean, the fact that the Steelers are still like, calling him every day like, hey, man, what do you want? Do you want to come here or not?
$12 million a year, you know. I mean, it just I get the sense if it was equal to Russell, he could sign and go, well, that's the market. Why wait? Do you think that you think he's asking for more?
No.
No, I wouldn't think so.
What was Aaron Rodgers making with the Jets? Because
it can't be money as far as money,
Oh my
but it's
God.
ego points. You know what I mean?
He ain't making that Jets money. That's the problem.
Yeah, see?
That Jets contract was 3 years, $112 million with 75 guaranteed. That ain't happening again.
No. So do you think it's ego? Like, man, no matter where it is, you got to pay me market because that's who I am.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right. I don't think anybody's offering Aaron Rodgers $12 million.
No, I use that number to so ridiculously low than 21.5. But we all know how this works. This isn't behind the screen at the Wizard of Oz. We know markets are set. It's like the house down the street sold for X. You got the same square footage and the same layout. Guess what your house is going to sell for? About a 3% variance from X. That's what it is. That's what Aaron's going to sign for. 21.5 or a variance of 3% that can be made up with the fine print. And if it's not there.
I still think there is something to the ego of Aaron Rodgers. I think he was embarrassed last year that the team was losing and he didn't know. Like he doesn't know what to say when they're losing. It's always like, we're about to turn the corner. We're going to get out of this. And then last year it never happened, so it was kind of embarrassing for him. I think the reason why the Giants made an offer and he just left it on the table until they moved on to something else was he knows he can't win with the Giants.
I think that's a valid point.
And he did not want to be embarrassed again. I think there's still a part of Aaron Rodgers that is hoping the Vikings change their mind because he knows he thinks the Vikings will make him look good. And I think that's why there's an offer from the Cleveland Browns sitting on the table that he's just.
Well, do you think he's holding out for for like a 49ers or something that might shake after the draft? Like, I'm not going to sign with anybody until the draft is done, and maybe somebody will make a huge draft error and realize they didn't get what they were chasing.
To me, it feels like the only team left that he can have a respectable season and like have the potential to make the playoffs is the Steelers. And
then what's the problem? Is where you've come to the last stop. You're either getting off the train or you're not. And
because if an offer from Tennessee and Cleveland and the Giants is sitting on the table and your priority is not embarrassing yourself, you don't look at those.
And we're going to get to it. We also have you brought up Cleveland, and now you've got the backdrop of the Cleveland weird deal with Dak Prescott, which I don't think is connected to the Aaron Rodgers thing, but it gets to the situation of how crazy it is with quarterbacks right now. That the fact that we're even discussing this ridiculous thing between Cleveland and Dallas as if it's even a remote possibility tells you how crazy it is for teams and quarterbacks.
Yep. All right, let's when we come back, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the rumor that was floating yesterday. The absurd rumor. We'll talk about why it was absurd. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feeling this morning? Anything keeping you out of your life? Is there something so painful that you just won't get up and go do something? If it's that, stop it. This is 2025. There's a fix out there. It's called Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio. These are medical professionals that attained the certification to provide Arasti care because it's a unique thing, Arasti. It's not like the medical care you might have already received because it had nothing to do with pills or long-term treatment programs or surgery, God forbid. This is your body fixing itself in remarkable ways. You know, I grew up going to physical therapists, going to chiropractors. I understand the value of your body fixing itself, and Arasti plays right into that. No pills, nothing, no prescriptions, no zippers or surgery. It's your body fixing itself. And if you've got lower back issues or a sprain or a strain, maybe it's a frozen shoulder, or you're dealing with those tension headaches that start in the middle of your shoulder braids and come around the top of your head and punch you in the nose, or if you ever dealt with plantar fasciitis, you know the pain you can deal with. Arasti can help in remarkably quick ways. You know, in under 3 visits, most Arasti patients are back in the game that they love. So what are you waiting on? Well, you don't need to wait on a referral. You can call them right now. No referrals needed when you go to Arasti. Call them now. The number is 1-800-404-6050. And I know it's a 1-800 number. There's just too many Arasti locales right in San Antonio. You're calling local. And if you need to find a map, go to Arasti.com. There's a list of all the providers with a map. It'll show them there. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. There's a fix. Call Arasti today. They'll get you taken care of, and when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Good news on 281. They just cleared that wreck southbound at Hildebrand, so traffic now flowing freely. Just slow your roll. We've got slick streets in areas. 35 southbound is starting to fill in. Shorts Parkway on down to Papago Road. And a 20-minute ride on 90 eastbound from 211 as you make your way on over to Loop 410. And Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Actress Jennifer Landon wanted to be part of Paramount's hit show Yellowstone so bad, she told a tiny little lie. But in the end, it all worked out.
I haven't been on a horse since I was about 7 years old. And they went, okay, we're going to tell them that you're a professional. So I guess that lie worked, and then we had to deal with the problem down the road.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on 2025 Silverado 1500s and $10,000 off MSRP on Silverado heavy duties. Buy a new 2025 Equinox posted at $24,999 or $40,999 for a new Traverse. Plus 2 years of no-charge oil changes and car washes. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify for financing offers. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over those beautiful icy balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu that's second to none. And Twin Peaks hand-stretched flatbreads, oh, they're coming out hot. Close out your night with our favorite flatbreads. They're available during the late night hours, Sunday through Thursday for only $8. That's only from your favorite lodge, Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and oh, those scenic views.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job, pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. Don't miss the 2025 State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. Witness the nation's top dunkers and sharpshooters battle it out live in person. One epic night of unbelievable skill and electrifying energy. Thursday, April 3rd at the Frost Bank Center. Tickets are going fast. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. See you April 3rd for the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. One night, pure action. Don't miss it.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is this Depeche Mode?
Derek Smalls wrote this. It's an hour of freeform jazz.
Yeah. In excess.
There's a few people that got that joke. Just a select few.
Ah, yes. The dulcet tones.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Morning Huddle 94.1. The rumor yesterday, I guess I'll just play the clip from this fella, Bruce Drennan. I don't know. Who the hell is Bruce Drennan?
Never heard of him.
He's a made-up person.
Get ready for this one.
Right,
I got
Bruce.
a pretty darn good source within the Browns organization. Couple. I heard since our last show that
part of the reason Myles Garrett was so willing to sign this extension for contract. Yeah, money. The Browns are negotiating as we speak with the Dallas Cowboys for a trade for Dak Prescott. And Garrett got all giddy about it. Why, I don't know. We're not going anywhere with Prescott, even if they pull it off. Newsom's part of it, and draft picks. Now, Prescott has a hamstring injury as we speak, and he may not be ready for the start of training camp. But this comes from a couple of different sources. And take it for what it's worth. If it does come about, remember where you heard it first.
Uh-huh.
All right. First of all, Dak Prescott going anywhere is not an option. I honestly think if the Cowboys could get like a real...
Oh, yeah.
But Dak Prescott has a no-trade clause, and the financial ball stomping that it would be on the Cowboys would just be...
The ramifications are bigger than the cap number.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's not a possibility. The amount of money that would have to move, the players that would have to move, which is a physical impossibility. It can't happen. This is a silly rumor. It can't, in its current form, happen. And the way that the rules are written in a way to prevent teams from dumping on another idiot team a ridiculously stupid contract like this.
Yeah, you can do that in the NBA. Doesn't happen in the NFL.
This was built to protect owners from themselves.
Yeah.
Please don't let me make a rash decision. So if some idiot like me signs a contract with a player for 6 years of so much money, guess what? You're stuck with this albatross for 3 years because you're that stupid.
Yeah. Here's what I think it is. I think this is the Browns. And first of all, maybe does this Drennan guy, is he associated with the Browns in some way?
Well, either that or he works at a deli around the corner. I have 2 sources, one of which is a ball boy. The other of which is he's a certain coach's maid sister-in-law who does my cousin's hair, says that maybe Dak and Deshaun Watson might be available for a trade. That's what I'm saying. Just say you heard it here first.
Okay. This Bruce Drennan, he's got 2,100 followers. He's got a show, like a podcast, Browns podcast.
It struck
he's
me,
not a real person.
He really isn't. But the reason it took fire was it just kind of showed where Cowboy fan is with Dak. Because so many Cowboy fan wanted to believe it. Like,
I know.
Oh, there it is. I told you. That's crazy. And Cleveland Brown fan wanted to believe it because both teams have quarterbacks and they're saddled with these moronic, ridiculous contracts, one of which has some moral turpitude, but still, at the end of the day, it's the same problem. They're saddled with quarterbacks that are getting paid way too much that can't deliver on it.
Well, I mean, how different is this from when the Texans were ready to move on from Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson was like basically saying, I'm not playing for you anymore.
I'm going to stand out on the outside and
it's like,
watch me.
Dude, you're not playing for us. You're saying you don't want to be here? You're the one who's like an accused rapist. And
go stand out there.
And then Cleveland's like, we'll take that. That's better than what we got. So like Cowboy fan might say Dak sucks. Cleveland fan looks at Dak and goes, that's pretty good. Like,
it's all relative.
It's pretty good.
And exchanging one problem for another. And then there is the very idea that Jerry could stand in front of a Cowboy fandom and present even a former picture of Deshaun Watson, much less the man.
What I believe this to be is, and the reason why the Browns didn't come out immediately and squash it, is because I think the Browns want Kirk Cousins. The Browns don't want to overpay for Kirk Cousins. They don't want to give it they don't want to mortgage a bunch of draft picks. I'm sure Atlanta's got a high asking price. I'm sure they're trying to lower that asking price. Even because Cleveland is aware Atlanta doesn't want Kirk Cousins.
No, it's an albatross for them too. If you sign a quarterback to that ridiculous amount of money, guess what? You got to pay him for 3 years because you're the fools that signed him.
But much like Dak, Cousins has a no trade clause, which is weird. But I think they were trying to let Atlanta know, hey,
we're willing to deal.
We're willing to deal, and we're willing to deal with someone that's not you. So if you think, and you've got a lesser product there, Kirk Cousins isn't as good as Dak.
This didn't help Cleveland.
I don't think it did.
It didn't help anybody. This was a silly rumor that caught fire more in Dallas than I think in Cleveland, because any rational mind that said, what? And thought about, well, the numbers might add up. You don't add in the rules involved in the salary cap and the dead money and all the things that are structured so that these big money deals not only provide the anchor, but then you add in the no trade clause, and you think Dak would be, send me to Cleveland. Nothing cures my issues than Cleveland.
Because, listen, Cleveland is desperate. They know that next year is already going to be rough. The idea that if they can't trade for a quarterback like a Kirk Cousins or someone like that, the names that are being discussed in Cleveland right now are Carson Wentz, Tyler Huntley, and Joe Flacco.
Well, what's the guy they already got on the roster? Pickett.
Oh, yeah, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Prickett.
And
Pickett.
It's like, that's your real options?
Well,
so they're like, anything can be better than this. Just give us anything that's not that.
And one last thing. Myles Garrett's a football player. I'm sure he has a healthy respect for Dak Prescott. But I don't think that was the trump card that Haslam played when Myles Garrett said, trade me, because I don't want to go directly to Canton. I want to put on a ring. And then Haslam said, I'm going to trade for Dak Prescott. How do you think now? Oh, I'm in. Give me the contract.
Yeah,
you think that was the chip that did it?
Listen, Myles Garrett's a liar. Let's just call it what it is. Myles Garrett never cared about winning a ring.
Well, if you're going to go get Dak Prescott, that shows me you care. So, yeah, I'm staying.
That whole Lombardi trophy thing, he is fine being Cleveland to Canton as long as Cleveland sends the biggest check.
He'll get there in a rolls.
Yes. And Cleveland said, okay, well, we're never winning, but we'll up our offer. And he said, all right,
as long as
Cleveland to Canton works for me then.
Can Dak Prescott drive me?
No. They said, he sat down in that room, he said, who's going to quarterback us next year? And they looked him dead in the eye and said, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
But we're going to pay the hell out of you. And Miles said, you know what? Deal.
It's like Dak Prescott.
Carson Wentz.
Kinda.
Carson Wentz actually has a Super Bowl ring, right?
Like Dak Prescott.
And then they said, yep.
Yep.
And if we can't get Carson Wentz, guess what? We'll get Joe Flacco.
And
they said, Joe
Flacco's
a Super Bowl champ.
That's 2 in a row, baby.
You want a ring? You want to work with quarterbacks who have rings? Those guys have rings.
And we hear Trent Dilfer's available. So
that's right.
If you need one, we can go get him.
Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Remember him?
He's here.
Yeah. We can get him.
That's right.
We could get that.
And I hear J.J. White might actually announce one of your games next year.
Yeah, that's right. J.J. White. He's busy now. He's going to be in the booth. He took Gary Danielson's job. Gary Danielson, they put him out to pasture. And J.J. Watt gets his gig.
Well deserved. Yeah. Actually, it really was. That's a good hire.
I like J.J. on TV. I think he does a good job. All right. So to wrap it up, Dak's not going anywhere. Dak especially. Imagine that. Honestly, and I think giving any of these players a no-trade clause is dumb because you're already giving them everything. And then they're like, well, we'll give me a no-trade clause. It's stupid. But the few guys that have them, imagine being Dak or Kirk Cousins, and they even come to you and say, hey,
please,
we've got a trade on the table. We want to move you. We're going to need you to waive your no-trade clause. And then they say, okay, well, where are you thinking about sending me? Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
What quarterback is going to go, you know what?
Perfect.
Let's do it. I've always wanted to play in Cleveland. No, it's never going to happen. If you give a guy a no-trade clause and then you even bring up Cleveland, that's why he got the no-trade clause.
Because you might.
So you can't trade him to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Nobody who's allowed to is going to go, yeah, I'll go to Cleveland. If you're allowed to say no to Cleveland, you say no to Cleveland.
Well, Baker Mayfield got a nice stadium apartment. You got
that's
to live
why
in the stadium.
Yeah, I remember that.
You could live there.
Dak's agent was like, dude, we got to get a no-trade clause. And Dak's like, why?
Because Cleveland.
They might send you to Cleveland. And Dak's like, oh, my God, put that in. We got to get that.
So I can get a no-trade clause and $50 million a year? Yeah. You're going to have to say yes before 11:30 on game day of the first day of the season. But if you'll say yes, you get everything you want.
If I were Dak Prescott, I'd rather be traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates than the Pirates. than the Cleveland Browns.
He'd be their third starter.
Yeah, give me the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'd rather play there than the Browns. You're going to send me to Cleveland, at least give me a chance.
Playing with Myles Garrett, baby.
Well, yeah, he ain't on my side of the ball.
Joe Thomas will.
No, he's
show you
retired.
where to park. He'll show you where to park.
Oh, sorry.
Take it to a good restaurant.
Yep. All right. And sorry if that. Border Jumper says, "Why are you souring our dreams?" I'm sorry, Border Jumper. He ain't going nowhere. He's your guy. That's your guy.
It's a $295 million cap hit.
We got to talk some MLB on the other side. The season begins today. Who do Rob and I think are winning it all? The Dodgers, obviously.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Texas roads are big enough to share. Drivers, do your part to help make sure everyone arrives home safely. Stay alert, stop for pedestrians at crosswalks, yield while turning, and watch your speed. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town. Our team, our herd.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Now, the Sarlacc is a terrifying creature that was created by attaching a ferocious, sharp, giant fangs to an armadillo named Apita from the Guadalajara Zoo. He's famous down there. He can beat you at tic-a-tac-a-toe 3 games out of 4.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
George gets justice. When you've been injured, you need to get George Salinas Injury Lawyers because you need someone who understands your pain and the impact an accident has on your life. You need someone who listens and is always there fighting for you and your future. When you get George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you get all this and more. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. And remember, you won't pay anything unless they win your case. Call George Salinas at 210-225-0909. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
San Antonio, are you ready? The 2025 NCAA Men's Final Four is coming to the Alamo City. The NCAA Men's Final Four Fan Fest, presented by Capital One, brings fun for all ages. Fan Fest is a sports wonderland of interactive games with celebrity and athlete appearances, giveaways, and much more. Come ready to play April 4th through the 7th at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. The event is free for kids 12 and under, Capital One card holders, military personnel, and 2025 Final Four ticket holders. Visit ncaa.com/men's Final Four. For a limited
limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did clear one of our trouble spots on 281. That wreck southbound at St. Mary's has cleared. Still have the trouble spot southbound 281. That on-ramp from Jones-Maltzberger is blocked with a wreck. 37 northbound before you get to Southeast Military Drive, southeast side of town. This wreck has now been moved off to the left shoulder. It's still causing about a 10-12 minute delay slow from Southton. On Loop 410 eastbound, Parent Vital, disabled vehicle broken down right at the median. And on 90 eastbound from 211 over to Military Drive, about a 30-minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Texas Rangers open their season today at home against the Boston Red Sox. A game you can catch live right here on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM starting at 2:30. It's Sweet 16 tonight. The games get busy tonight. Live right here on San Antonio Sports Star just after the Blitz at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, AJ and Rob on a Thursday. Small Friday, Rob. Happy Small Friday. You know what tomorrow is? Karaoke day. It's Friday. Got to get down on Friday, right, Vic?
Yeah.
We're going hard in the paint tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, we are.
I'm supposed to be looking forward to Fridays.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of a
fun.
like I know
looking forward to the weekend.
The weekend's almost here, but before you go
is this a remix of the song? Is that what you're doing?
What I'm just saying
the
is
weekend's almost here.
Before you go on this phenomenal holiday, you're going to have to go by the dentist and get a filling. Before the party, I need you to go get that root canal.
Ugh.
And then you have the party, but got to get a root canal first.
No.
That's that song on Friday morning. It ruins it for me.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I don't know why I'm so violently opposed to
I
teenage
don't know
girl
why
singers.
you are either. Such a hater.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hold on.
Next up.
Because the haters gonna hate.
But if you don't like it, you can just go ahead and roar.
Yeah, see?
Oh. It's a party in the USA, everybody. Party in the
Leave Britney alone.
The Major League Baseball season gets underway today. Happy opening day to those who celebrate. I think the first game is going to be at 2 o'clock today. We got a matchup. I think the first game is between the Brewers and the Yankees.
And is that in New York?
In New York City.
What's the weather in New York? Hopefully it feels springish.
Yeah, I hate cold weather baseball.
I know.
At the beginning and the end of the year, I'm against it. But yeah, a couple 205, 207-ish games. Yankees, Brewers, and then Blue Jays, Orioles get the season kicked off
It'll
today.
be a little nippy in New York today.
What are we looking at?
A high of 51.
A high of 51?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Still spring baseball.
What about I guess Toronto, they're playing indoors, so it doesn't really matter.
The Torontons.
The Texas Rangers get underway at 3:05 in Arlington, where things are temperature controlled. Nathan Eovaldi goes for the Rangers. Garrett Crochet, I like to call him Crotchet. I guess he's not Crotchet anymore now that he doesn't play for the White Sox. Now he can go back to being Garrett Crochet.
Now he's a frontline starter with the Red Sox.
Yeah,
Say that name with some class.
Put some respect on it, I
Ain't
suppose.
Comiskey no more.
They'll open things up the season today, and then Fromber and the Astros take on Clay Holmes and the New York Mets. Also in the temperature-controlled climate of Houston. So,
what's the Daikon Park?
Yeah. I thought daikon was like a Korean food. Like
I did too. Yeah, like a pickle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. Mama called it the juice box. I'm gonna call it the juice box. Mama call it Minute Maid. I'm gonna call it Minute Maid. Although I guess it was Enron at one point too.
We can't say that.
Let's go back to Enron. Can we just go back to Enron?
I know.
You know,
big deal. They made a mistake.
Some of us actually made a little bit of money on it.
That's right. I guess they're playing the Mets at. It won't be at Madoff Field. So I guess maybe.
Talk about stealing third base.
Yeah.
We'll be here all week.
And then the one of the last games to get underway is, where are they? I guess maybe they do. The Dodgers don't play today. Is that true?
Because they were in Japan. They've already opened their season.
Oh, that's right.
I think they show up tomorrow. But
That's
didn't they open against the Cubs?
No, Dodgers play today at 6 o'clock.
So they are here.
They're playing today 6 o'clock against the Detroit Tigers.
Where?
In L.A. In L.A. Chavez Ravine. Blake Snell goes for the Dodgers today.
Yeah, it's good to hear those names again.
And when the reason why I bring up the Dodgers is the Dodgers are so. Can you think of a time when there was a team that was so clearly project like
I can
supposed to win?
I can. The early mid-'80s Yankees, when it was just
mid-'80s Yankees.
I'm talking early '80s Yankees. I'm talking Reggie Yankees with Thurman Munson.
Late '70s,
late
Yankees,
'70s,
yeah.
early '80s, where it was, my God, it didn't seem fair.
I mean, and even like the late '90s, early aughts Yankees were kind of like that.
But this is more.
This is different, though, man.
This is a combination of true greatness and money. You know, I think the Yankees had some players that were puffed up because they were just playing in the Bronx, where these guys have already proven greatness other places. The only problem that the Dodgers face right now is what the hell's wrong with Mookie Betts. I mean, that's a little scary.
Yeah, he's losing a bunch of weight.
But other than that they're the monsters. They're stacked for 8 hitters, 8 positions they hit.
Yeah,
8.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know when they're going to lose, but it seems like they're set up to win for a long time.
Of all the sports, football, and I don't pay enough to soccer, but karma plays such a role in baseball. There's a karma to it. I think it's because of the length of the season and the opportunity for every possible permutation to happen because you're playing 182 games. That these kind of rosters, what do you think the success rate is over time when we look back at teams that have put together rosters like this, where it from Freeman to Betts to Show, and they just keep adding and adding and adding, and they weren't successful? Because it seems like more often than not, these kind of things don't work out.
I mean, the Dodgers already won one, so they're already seeing.
Yeah, we're talking about every year's a vacuum, that we might be headed toward some kind of, I don't know what you call something like this. I don't know if you put it in the same.
This is a mega team.
Yeah, a mega team. Do you call them dynasties if it's a mega team that just wins because they have more money than anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then it's the dynasty if it's in the works.
The early mid-2000 Yankees were that. And, I think back.
But they don't feel bought. That early Yankees teams felt made. I mean, they drafted all those dudes.
They didn't draft A-Rod. They
Well,
didn't.
A-Rod did.
Remember
But
they got
Bernie.
They got Jason Giambi in. They got Hideki Matsui from
Hideki
Japan.
mattered. But
they got Gary Sheffield. And all their pitching was bought. It was Clemens, Mussina, Randy Johnson. They were just like, hey,
they kept rolling.
You come
through.
here, Carl Pavano.
But the stars were home built. I mean,
They were, but you're right.
But that's why my perception. But you're right. My perception was at least the Yankees. They paid their dudes a lot of money, but they built them before they paid them.
Yeah.
But that was wrong. This one feels so absolutely Space Jam-esque. Where it's the monsters.
Well, when I say they're supposed to win, the odds for the World Series right now. The gap is so wide between the Dodgers and everyone else. If you say the Dodgers, think about, I'm going to pick a team who's going to win the World Series. That means they're going to play 162 games, then they're going to win three playoff series. If you think the Dodgers are going to do that, you bet $100. What
do you win, 10?
You win $200.
Oh, wow.
It's 2-1. Normally, a futures bet like that, the favorite is going to be 5-1.
Right.
The next closest teams, the Braves and the Yankees, 9-1. The gap between the Dodgers and everyone else is so massive that it's going to be a shock. It is about a 30% Dodgers are going to win the World Series, 70% the field is going to win. That's what the numbers add up to. That's wild.
It's unlike anything I can remember, but I'd hope that there's, for the sake of the league, that karma, kismet, fate plays a role in this.
It's like when the Warriors were in their run, it kind of felt that way. Who's going to finish second? Who are the Warriors going to beat in the final? The Bulls in the '90s felt that way. Who are the Bulls going to beat in the finals this year?
It's astounding when you go down the list. When you go, Freddie Freeman is probably the third best guy on their team.
The first three hitters in the Dodgers lineup. So imagine you're a pitcher. Imagine this. You're like a rookie pitcher. You're making your first start, and it's against the Dodgers. Oh, man, I'm nervous. And you look over there and you see leading off Shohei Ohtani.
Give him the heater.
Batting second, Mookie Betts. Batting third, Freddie Freeman. So you're telling me the first three guys I got to face, my first inning of work is against three MVPs.
Yep.
This is BS, man.
See,
it sucks. Welcome to the bigs, son. I mean, good luck. It is a.
And the sad thing is I kind of default. I always, in my fandom, I default to the National League. I don't know why. I just always have defaulted that way. I think it's an anti-Yankee thing.
Maybe.
But I can't, in good faith, and root for the Dodgers. I don't hate them. I'm not gonna actively hope they lose, but I can't be a Dodger fan. It's too easy.
Yeah.
It's T-shirt fandom. I see Dodger fan, and I know you Dodger fan out there. And in San Antonio, we have our fair share of blue-blooded Dodger fan. Goes back to the Fernando and the San Antonio Dodgers back in the day. I get that fandom, and I understand it here in San Antonio. But when I see dudes in Dodger apparel, most of the time I think T-shirt fan.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know why. I just feel like, oh, that's easy. Kind of like Yankee fan. But it's harder to be a Yankee fan lately.
It's harder to be a Yankee fan than a Dodger fan right now, for sure. The rotation for the Dodgers, Blake Snell, who they just bought.
Well put.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who they just bought a year ago.
Supposed to be smoke.
Tyler Glasnow, who they bought a year ago. Roki Sasaki, who they bought this year, who's supposed to be
That's
better,
the guy I'm thinking of,
better than
Sasaki, yeah.
Yamamoto was last year. And because Clayton Kershaw starting the season on the IL, and because they decided to let Walker Buehler walk, Dustin May will be the fifth starter only until Shohei Ohtani's up to speed to pitch. It's like, when are you beating these guys? Like, who you think somebody's going to show up and like?
That's why you have to rely on karma. That the baseball gods are angered by the fact that you have so much money that injuries or internal strife just breaks this team up at the right time, so where somebody can sneak through in a playoff series and get them.
I mean, it's gonna. And it's also there's the possibility that injuries.
Well, yeah, we have that, but you feel like, okay, so they lose Freeman for a month. They lose Mookie because he can't get back for a month. I still think they're all right. I mean, it's going to have to be a series of pitching errors and anger and injury all kind of rolled in. And then you have to include a dark horse team that gets really hot.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, it seems almost foregone. And that's a long time from now. That's why opening day is so great. But it's been a long time since we started a season with such a prohibitive favorite.
Kind of sucks, but I guess it is what it is.
But the world needs the Death Star. I'm not against this kind of thing. I think that everybody needs to have, or every league needs to have that one team that seems to have everything, or because that gives you the opportunity, or at least the absolute need to go out and do everything you can too, given your resources. So it's for the betterment of baseball that you have to chase them.
Well, I guess we'll have the Rangers game on the AM station today.
Today, let me give you your rundown today on our station.
Because they play at 3:00, so
at 2:00 we have the Rangers pregame from 2 to 6:30, and that will be on KZDC 1250 and 103.3. We will have our basketball tonight on this station right here at KTF
on the Sports Star.
Yes.
Okay. Nathan Eovaldi going, like I said, for the Rangers. Eovaldi, the first pitcher to start consecutive season openers for the Rangers
since
2009. Kevin Millwood. That's been a long time. You go 15 years and not have the same guy.
I have fond memories of Millwood.
Yeah. The Astros, Fromber is starting. He's the opening day guy for the fourth consecutive year here. Which is a little surprising because I think it feels like 4 years ago, like Justin Verlander or somebody would have had that honor. But and Justin Verlander, who's now playing for the Giants, not the opening day starter for the Giants. It looks like he's going to pitch tomorrow for them. But Logan Webb going to go for the Giants. And listen, Justin Verlander is probably a shell of himself, but they take on the Reds today at 3:00 as well.
Left field Altuve. Is he starting today in left field?
I think so. Dude, I'm saying it now. I stand by that. Maybe I'll be wrong. It's going to be a disaster.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a disaster.
I can't wait till that first home run barely clears the wall and he's still 2 feet under it jumping.
Oh, he's got no chance of jumping up and grabbing one. He ain't stealing a home run. You kidding me?
It would have been out of most parks.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. So... Again, happy day to those who celebrate.
Eat some opening day food. Get your dog and the Dodger dog and the where's the ice cream? You're supposed to get the ice cream. What park is that?
I don't know.
One park where you're supposed to get the ice cream.
I don't know.
Probably Kansas City.
I mean,
cows.
Maybe Milwaukee.
That makes sense. I just think there's one, and you go to Seattle for the sushi during the game.
The best thing at Seattle, they've got clam strips and garlic fries.
See?
Ooh, garlic fries.
Dude, it's like big chunks of garlic and just drizzled all over them, and it's like this goop. Oh, my God. So good.
So much better than a Dodger dog.
Chicken Dinner says Astros greater than Rangers.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't expect much of either this year. I wanted to look up.
They're both firmly in the middle class.
You know what? That's what we'll do. In the next segment, we'll take a look at what the odds are looking like in Major League Baseball for some of these division races and see if there's any that we can jump on. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Classic is back. And it's all about having a great time. Grab your buddies and ladies too. Hit the course for a fun, laid-back day of golf, laughs, and a little friendly competition at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, April 14th. It's just $120 a player or $400 for a foursome. A solid deal for a day of good times with your crew. The Spring Golf Classic benefits the Pan American Golf Association. But don't worry, this isn't some high-stakes tournament. It's all about kicking back, having fun, and making memories. Presented by Fly by England and sponsored by Ancira.com and PBL Motorhomes. After you've crushed it on the course, join us at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco for the ultimate after party. Cold drinks, great food, and good times with all of your buddies. So grab your spot, grab your crew, and tee off for a day of unforgettable fun. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we provide no-cost digital resources in place of textbooks and most courses. And that's not all. You'll receive your accredited online education at an affordable tuition with a choice for more than 135 degree and certificate programs. With online and hybrid courses, get everything you need to succeed again. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. One day only. Coastal waterfront property starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Celebrating Women's History Month, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Actress Brooke Shields says the stigma associated with women after reaching a certain age is laughable. That's because
all the women I know who are in their 50s are these extraordinary, vibrant women who are starting new totally new chapters in their life.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
I'm this weird part of my life. I really am.
Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years, a hilarious stand-up special, is now streaming on Hulu.
I am getting along with my wife better than I ever have. All you have to do is agree to something that you would never do. Farmer's market? Oh boy, would I! My buddy dies. I show up to the funeral. Open casket. You told me he was dead. I believed you.
Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years, is now streaming on Hulu.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I'm all right.
Or only Loggins? You down with Messina or only Loggins?
I don't really like either.
You bite your tongue.
Although I do think of the Caddyshack Gopher.
See, Kenny Loggins, I don't care what. Kenny could have done anything after.
Yeah.
But he did this. This is enough.
That's a classic movie.
You cannot listen to this song and not giggle just a little bit.
There's a...
If I kill all the Gophers, they're going to lock me up and throw away the key.
Such a classic, man.
Oh, golfers.
Yeah. There's a line in a song that says, like a game of hide and seek, it's all over if I see you. Like a Kenny Loggins record, no one's ever going to hear you.
Did you ever see Kenny Loggins and Eddie Rabbit in the same place?
No.
Just
Not
saying.
even in a music store.
Never even.
No.
I think they're the same guy.
Right?
Alter egos.
It's like that band.
Yeah. Same thing.
Like it's the same person.
Oh, it's happened many times.
When I worked at the, when I was bouncing at a bar when I was in the Army, and it was the worst combo bar. It was a biker it was a biker bar in a military town, and there's no worse combo to put together than bikers and soldiers.
Sounds like a Roadhouse movie.
That's what it was.
Did you work with Sam Elliott?
But when
was he your mentor?
But Eddie Rabbit was he was like there was an Eddie Rabbit trip. He died in what, late 90s or something like that.
Is he dead?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Eddie Rabbit's dead.
I didn't mean to bring the house down.
Yeah, he had like lung cancer or something like that.
All of them had.
But it was like that was the one time that Eddie Rabbit now
did he unify the
he
country?
unified the
Everybody
crowd.
came together
Now
to worship what is Eddie Rabbit. He
The-
loves a rainy night.
The Eddie Money, the actual Eddie Money came.
Just like Ronnie said, Eddie Money?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good song.
And it was not good.
No.
There were fights.
So who preferred Eddie Money? The bikers or the military?
The bikers. Yeah. Eddie Money was for the bikers.
No doubt. I get it.
Yeah.
He was a New York cop. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Did you know ground turkey is the most healthy of all your... I was trying to... avian meats.
Poor Eddie Rabbit.
Yeah.
You know Eddie Rabbit wrote Kentucky Rain for Elvis?
What?
Yeah.
I hope that. Well, maybe then he had some money. He had a little bit of mailbox
I'm
money.
guessing he
coming.
did. I'm guessing he
Probably
did.
still does.
Well, if he's dead now. Maybe
Well,
maybe the young maybe the little rabbits.
Well, his what you said I love a rainy night, but wasn't his big hit Ooh, I'm driving my life away.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
That's not Love a Rainy Night though, is it?
No, that's a different song. That's the same guy.
Still Eddie Rabbit. Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, Eddie.
Moving.
I have this 45.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What, is this album called Horizon?
Yeah, I think so.
And this is the same song or the same album as I Love a Rainy Night.
Hey, this isn't bad.
Ooh, I'm driving my life away.
Oh, you found a new song to drive home
Gotta
to.
find it away. For you.
Breaker
Oh,
19.
you hear that harmony?
Breaker 19, I'm coming down to 35. Any Smokey is headed my way.
This is like when I had the dream that I told Glenn Fry I needed to get better at harmonizing with me.
I like to do the high harmony.
Eddie Rabbit, he's good harmonizing. All right. I wanted to take a look at some of these odds for Major League Baseball. The odds to win the AL West. Your favorites are plus 125. They are
Who is it?
I'm trying to figure.
Who do you got, Rob?
AL West.
AL West.
Seattle?
Seattle is not the answer. The Houston Astros are your favorites, plus 125.
I'm not. Really? I was trying to find
I'm
an outlier.
shocked.
Well, I was trying to find an outlier. Why? I mean, it's not like the AL West is chock full of goodness.
It's not, but plus 125 makes it seem like this should be easy.
3 or 4 starters. We can go 3 deep with the
Arrighetti,
Stros and argue that it's worth.
Arrighetti, Hunter Brown, Fromber, you feel pretty decent with.
You got bats in the first 5. You can move the.
Do you?
You got a couple rookies that might pan. I think that it's a valid. It's a valid choice if things break right, and I don't think as many things have to break right for them as others. But I was just looking for an outlier because it seems like there's a lot of teams that are really close and stacked together.
Astros projected lineup: Jose Altuve in left, Isaac Paredes at third base, Yordan DH, Christian Walker first base.
Oh, okay. Let's stop right there. That's 3.
Well, if Altuve's still Altuve, he's getting older. Yainer Diaz at catcher.
All right.
Cam Smith in right field.
Ooh.
Jeremy Pena at shortstop. Mauricio Dubon at second base. Jake Myers in center field.
Well, Dubon's got to do something.
And then Ronel Blanco and Hayden Wesniewski look like the 4th and 5th starters.
Well, who's next? Who's behind?
The plus 225 Texas Rangers
Respect.
are next. The Rangers, Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, Adolis Garcia, Jock Peterson, Josh Young, Jake Berger, Jonah Heim, Leody Tavares, their projected lineup.
They sound a little deeper than the Stros.
They are a little deeper than the Stros. Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, Tyler Mahle, Jack Leiter, and Kumar Rocker.
Kumar Rocker. It
look
could
like
be.
that's
It
gonna
could
be
happen. It might be.
The Rangers signed. You know who the Rangers signed? I can't imagine that they're going to use him. But remember, every time he pitched last year, we said, "Oh, it's Patrick Corbin Day." The Rangers signed Patrick Corbin. I think we're one injury away from Patrick Corbin playing.
We don't need Patrick Corbin Day at the Globe Life.
Oh.
We don't. That's a holiday better celebrated in Chicago.
The Mariners are your third favorite. And the Mariners, who are George Kirby is shut down right now. He's got a shoulder issue. He's going to start the season on the IL. But when George Kirby's healthy, they have the best 5-man rotation in baseball, better than the Dodgers even. Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, and George Kirby. That you don't get a day off with those guys. Now their bats stink. Julio Rodriguez was great as a rookie. Has not been great since.
How long ago was that? 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
3 years ago. Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena.
I don't even know who Cal Raleigh is.
Cal Raleigh's their catcher who hits home runs and strikes out and nothing else.
I honestly had never heard that name, so honestly, I didn't know he was starting a catch.
They're your third favorite, and then you get to the they're at plus 250, so they're plus 125, plus 225, plus 250. It's a tight race at the top. The Angels and A's both 30-1. Ugh.
Angels got no excuse. A's have every excuse.
The Angels roster is a joke. A joke. Taylor Ward, Nolan Chanel, Mike Trout,
of course,
Jorge Soler, Logan O'Hoppe, Yoan Moncada, Luis Rengifo, Joe Adele, Kevin Newman.
Huh?
Newman.
Newman.
And their rotation is even worse. Although Yusei Kikuchi, former Astro, is starting for opening day. The rest of their lineup or rotation is a bunch of guys you've never heard of. And then the Athletics is just a bunch of guys you've never heard of that they think might be good. And Luis Severino is at the top of their rotation, although I'm sure he'll pitch 1 or 2 games before he gets hurt.
Yeah, he'll be hurt.
Yeah, don't you worry. It's coming. Just a pretty bad bottom of the AL West. So everybody's got at least a fighting chance. The NL Central, the Cubs are your favorite, plus 135.
World's better when the Cubs are good.
Brewers plus 260, Reds plus 550, Cardinals plus 600.
Look out.
Pirates plus 700. So no real
What about the Reds?
No disaster team there.
What about the Reds?
The Reds third favorites, plus 550.
I like the Reds.
I kind of like the Reds too. But the Brewers seem like they always make the playoffs. I don't know. The Cardinals, they haven't been this, the Cardinals had the worst year they've had ever a year ago. They got to be better, I would assume. And the Pirates, I don't know. They got Paul Skeens, but what else?
That.
Give me something else.
That's all I got.
The AL East, Yankees are your favorite, plus 160. Orioles plus 265. Red Sox 3-1. Rays 7-1. Blue Jays 12-1. The NL East, Braves plus 110. Pretty good favorite there. Phillies plus 215. Mets plus 240. Then you get to the Nationals, who are 65-1, and you say, "Oh, that's terrible." Well, how about the Marlins, 250-1? 250 to 1.
Wow. So you're saying there's a chance if somebody offers you 250-1, you take it.
Yeah,
$10.
The AL West. You've got the we did the AL West. AL Central, Minnesota plus 210, Royals plus 270, Tigers plus 270, Guardians 3-1.
Wow.
All
That's
4 of them
way down
piled
there.
up. And then you've got the White Sox 250-1. The White Sox, by the way, have the lowest win total that's been set in the history of time for a Major League Baseball team.
That's less than last year?
Yes, they are expected to be worse than they were.
How is that possible?
A year.
Well, they lost.
They were so far under last year that they were like, we gotta lower the number. Their total is set at 53.5. So do you? It's like basically, do you think they're going to lose 110 games or not?
How many times do they have to play the Dodgers?
Probably just 6.
After last year, if they're worse, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be. I mean, they lost Garrett Crochet, I guess, so that's going to make them worse. Yeah, it's going to be. And they lost Dylan Cease. Yeah, they're going to be worse. They might be worse. Gross. That's pretty terrible.
They're an angry fandom anyway, so enjoy
well, I
it.
mean, they live in the wrong part of town. It's
enjoy
like,
it.
It sucks, but what are you going to do? I mean, you can't move.
South side of Chicago.
You can't move. And then the NL West, the Dodgers, a minus 500 favorite.
I think we should just let them take the summer off. We'll just see you in September.
The Diamondbacks are 6-1. The Padres are 10-1. The Giants 18-1, and the Rockies come in at 250.
I would like to see over the last 10 years. I bet the Padres came in at the same number every year.
No, I think the Padres, normally there's an expectation that they're going to be better, and then people finally got tired of
So we're finally getting it. It just seemed like this is about what I felt about them last year.
You keep fooling us into thinking that you're going to be good, and you're never good.
Well, you got 4 good players. That's really all you need.
Yeah.
Sell tickets.
The championship odds, the Dodgers, I mentioned, they are anywhere between plus 200 and plus 275. You can get the Braves and Yankees around plus 900. Then it's Phillies, Mets, 12-1. Astros, 15-1. Orioles, 16-1. Rangers, 20-1. So, but plus 275, if that's the best number you can get on the Dodgers, geez, man. That's not ideal. The White Sox, 500-1, if you think the White Sox can win the World Series.
I'm hoping.
I mean, I'd at least put $10,000 on it.
You're saying there's a chance.
If
You know, it's funny. We're talking potential and odds, and all I've seen over the last couple of days, of course, is all about the Mets and all the money. And Soto hasn't. There wasn't even a ripple. There was zero effect on the signing, other than ticket sales. They're not any better.
I don't know, man. The Mets, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Mark Vientos. You talk about it at the top being strong. Mark Vientos, Brandon Nimmo, Starling Marte, Jose Siri, Luis Torrens, Luis Angel Acuna. But the pitching is where it's going to be Clay Holmes, Tylor McGill, Griffin Canning, David Peterson, Kodai Senga. Well, I like Kodai Senga, but they've got a couple guys out to start the season, Sean Manaea and Frankie Montes on the sideline to start the season. But, yeah, I don't know how good they'll be. I don't know what the expectation is for the Mets. It seems like it's higher than I would have made it.
Well, it's the Soto era. I mean, everything now, whatever they do, will be predicated on how, once Soto arrived, how they matched it, how they meshed around it.
Because last year, the Mets, 89 and 73, they weren't bad. They made the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Are they any better now? They weren't bad. They made the playoffs.
They're still picked to be third in their division, behind the Braves and the Phillies.
All $500 million. You're right where
But you
started.
never know. Last year, everyone said the Braves were so far and away the best team in the NL East, and then they ended up being a wild card. So, but I mean, I guess they also lost their best player to an injury, and that happens. That can shut things down in a hurry.
Much gold around his neck.
Now, here's the other question. When we talk about win totals, the LA Dodgers, they won 98 games last year. Their win total is set at 103.5, and if you like the over, you got to pay extra juice. You're paying minus 125.
Well, I think you better like the over.
104 games. That's like if they win less than 104, you lose.
Well, that's the number it better be at. We just talked about it. 104.
Yeah.
104. That doesn't feed the bulldog. That's not enough unless there's a ring at the end of the year.
That's true.
But the argument about 120, I think, is a more appropriate argument.
That's a crazy argument.
Well, I mean, 110 is 20 is outrageous, but 110, all four pitchers stay healthy, and we suddenly get an arm from Shohei. It's doable.
I'm looking up winningest MLB seasons, and I know number one all time is the. It was the machine. No, it was the Mariners, right? The Mariners had that monster year, and it was like, oh, no one's. Let's see. Most wins in a season. It was the 2001 Mariners. No, it's still the 2001 Mariners. 116 wins. Modern era baseball. 2000. Apparently, the 1906 Cubs won 116 games also. But the Mariners still hold that record, 116. Yankees in 98 had 114.
Well,
the
Dodgers just a couple years ago, didn't they have a season and didn't even see October?
Well, remember, the Dodgers, they won the World Series in 2020 with a 43-17 record. Remember, that was the COVID year.
Yeah.
But that's a 717 win percentage, which is actually higher than what the Mariners had the year they won.
Yeah, but that's bubble numbers. I don't count that.
Yeah, it's hard to count it.
But what about just a couple of years ago?
No, they won 100 games 2 years ago. They didn't even win 100 last year. They haven't had a year like that yet.
2022.
The Braves had a year like that where they won like 104 or something. But
I feel like the Dodgers had like a 110-game season, and they were out in the quarters.
Nope. No.
Oh, they lost in the division series.
But they didn't win that many games.
111 and 51 in 22. Lost in the LDS.
Let's see. What?
Seager and Scherzer?
Why aren't they on my list here?
I don't know.
Somebody needs to update this list.
No.
Well, they suck anyway. Stupid Dodgers. Hey, I got to ask you about some tanking. I've got a question for you about that.
We're good at this. We've been practicing tanking for a long time.
Right. Apparently, a lot of people are, and it's becoming quite the art form. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute on 281 southbound, that on-ramp from Jones-Maltsberger, that wreck is still there. The on-ramp is blocked. On 37 northbound, before you get to Southeast Military Drive, this wreck now off to the left shoulder. On Loop 410 eastbound Perrin Vital, that's a stall broken down right at the median. And 90 eastbound 211 to Military Drive. It's heavy. It's about a 25-minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
March is National Nutrition Month, and the City of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District invites you to celebrate the role food plays in our health and well-being. Food connects us to our cultures, our families, and our friends. Health, culture, and access all shape how we relate to food. The foods we choose play a big part in our overall health and physical fitness. This March, join Metro Health in celebrating how food connects us and how it nourishes both body and mind. Healthy people, healthy community. For more information, visit sa.gov/health.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/sports. Ethos.com/sports.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Tanking is still a thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's like winning, but different.
SAG for flag is still a thing. The NBA,
SAG for flag?
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
see, we wanked for Wemby.
Okay.
And they're sagging.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we wanked
that's
for
right.
Wemby, and they're sagging for flag.
SAG for flag is still a thing. And the NBA is trying to crack down on it, but they're having a hard time.
How
so
can you?
Here's the deal. So like the NBA last week, they fined the Jazz $100,000 for violating the league's player participation policy. And the reason they did that is because Lauri Markkanen, who sat against the Wizards earlier this month, and then the league has investigators who checked to see if they think he was actually fit to play. They said he was. And they fined him $100,000. The league is also launched an investigation into the Sixers, who have a top 6 protected first-round pick in this draft. And they've set, obviously Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George at different times. And the reason why the Jazz are in trouble with this is because, and other teams haven't gotten the same trouble, is because Lauri Markkanen was an all-star 2 years ago. And once you're an all-star, you get labeled as a star player.
Yep.
And now you're not allowed to sit those guys out.
Especially on the road.
So the league has used this. They've investigated the Thunder, who set their entire starting 5 against the Blazers earlier this month.
I don't mind the Thunder sitting their 5. That's an entirely different thing.
But they're still doing it.
But but you have to do it at home. You can't sit starters on the road. I'm paying tickets. I'm buying to see you guys at home. Shoot, that's your fans. You don't want to play them. That's up to you.
The Mavericks in 2023 got fined $750,000 for tanking.
And the Spurs started this with Phoenix years ago.
Now, the Nets recently, Cam Johnson on last Thursday, he didn't play. He's averaging 19 points per game. He's not dealing with an injury or an illness, but they labeled him as rest, DNP rest. Now, that happens sometimes on back-to-backs. This was not on a back-to-back. Now, Cam Johnson has not been an all-star, so this technically doesn't violate the star player rules.
No.
But it's still, we know what it is. DNP rest is one way to go about tanking.
It used to be plantar fasciitis. You had that, you had sore feet, you didn't have to play.
Now, here's the new way to get around this. And this is where it's going to get ugly and people are going to be pissed. Scotty Barnes, who is a 2024 All-Star, which means you can't use the DNP rest on him.
Mm-hmm.
But this might be even more egregious. What they do now is called quiet quitting during the game.
Well, okay, so here we go.
Scotty Barnes, who is by far the best player on the Raptors, just didn't play in the second half.
Yeah.
They just said, and you can't say we didn't play him.
You could come back with he's got muscle stiffness.
You don't even have to say that. You just say this was our substitution pattern.
Yeah, that's see when I talked about we're good at this For the Spurs, it used to be known as the Nando De Colo rule. There was a kid we had drafted out of Europe named Nando De Colo, who was a shooter. Ended up being a European Player of the Year. We were in full-on tank mode, and Nando would come in with about 2 minutes to go, with one purpose: shoot your way out of this. You keep shooting until we lose. And there's an art form to that. You don't bench your guys for an entire game. You bench them at the absolutely most appropriate time. When it's winning time, they don't play. But they started the game. That Pop picked that up. We got fined for not flying our dudes out to Phoenix about 7 years ago, when Tim and Tony and Manu were still playing. We didn't send anybody to Phoenix. And Sarver at the time got mad. You know, my fans won't buy tickets to see me, but they'll buy tickets to see you, and you didn't even send your guys. And that's when this all began. So Pop said, all right, we're still going to rest, and we'll figure that out for rest. But as far as ping pong balls, we'll just substitute appropriately. And there's nothing you can do. But that's not a fix. That's a patch. That's a workaround. The fix is, if we want it, which I'm not sure we really want it, I think we like tanking. I think fans enjoy the idea of tanking, because if half the teams are trying to lose and you're on a team that's trying to win, that gives you some wins.
You know who doesn't like it? Gamblers.
Oh, truth. So the only way to fix this is to make sure that all 30 teams play 82 games for all their value. Is at the end of the season, you set a time, 20 games to go, the bottom teams, the winner gets the most ping pong balls for the next. You're in your own tournament, and you win, you get the balls. If you lose, you're drafting 10th.
Because the Jonte Porter scandal, where he maybe betting on his own over-unders, and then, I can't play my leg.
My hip's bad, I got 10.
It does put it all kind of into a weird flux. All right, NCAA tournament. Who's winning? Who's going on to the Elite Eight? We'll talk about it next.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Traffic laws help keep everyone safe, including pedestrians. Cross the street only at intersections and crosswalks. Wait for the walk signal and look left, right, left before crossing. Be safe. Walk smart. A message from TxDOT.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist, with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sportsbook, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at circalasvegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5, exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Pizza craving? We've got you covered at Round Table Pizza. We've been crafting pizzas with premium, high-quality ingredients for over 60 years. From our made-from-scratch dough to our savory toppings piled all the way to the edge. Find your nearest location or order delivery at roundtablepizza.com.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help take the guesswork out of your vehicle's check engine, ABS, or maintenance light with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. 1 day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
For more than 75 years, University of Maryland Global Campus has given you the opportunity to build your next success. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs in career-relevant fields like business, healthcare, data analytics, cybersecurity, and more. Plus, we offer 100% online and hybrid courses, personalized advising, and lifetime career services. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute on 281 southbound, that on-ramp from Jones-Maltzberger, that wreck is still there. The on-ramp is blocked. On 37 northbound before you get to Southeast Military Drive, this wreck now off to the left shoulder. On Loop 410 eastbound Perrin-Vital, that's a stall broken down right at the median. And 90 eastbound 211 to Military Drive, it's heavy. It's about a 25-minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Texas Rangers open their season today at home against the Boston Red Sox. A game you can catch live right here on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM starting at 2:30. It's Sweet 16 tonight. The games get busy tonight live right here on San Antonio Sports Star just after the Blitz at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9 o'clock on the Huddle. Let's give away a Final Four Fan Fest pair of tickets there. Get to see all the music, eat all the grub, and enjoy all the sights and sounds of the Final Four Fan Fest. Good time to be had by all. Let's go caller number, we'll keep it easy on Vic. Caller number 2, you're the winner. Boom, just like that. Giving away, giving away, giving away, giving away. All we do, just give stuff away. What we do.
We're givers by nature.
Sweet 16 underway today.
Michelle.
Oh, it's time, baby. Ooh, move your toe.
one sound like that.
You don't do that when you have sex?
No.
What do you
Sound
sound
like that when I'm
Vic?
moving a couch?
I'm quiet.
Are you?
Yeah.
What about your wife? Is she a loud one?
Yeah.
See? Did you ever go like, hey, why do you make so much noise? Or do you just go, yeah, that's me, baby?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
up
you
there.
feel good about it.
I got a cape on and everything.
It is funny, like when a woman makes noise, that's why I like my wife to get drunk because she'll be noisy if she's
Yes.
wasted, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. But when they're quiet, it's like you're not doing that.
I'm in a hurry. I'll finish up. I'll be done soon enough.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be asleep in 10 minutes just like me. Just settle in.
So first game tips off at 6 o'clock or 6:10 tonight. Alabama, a 5.5-point favorite. The total, 175.5.
I'm surprised it's not higher, honestly. This is going to be a track meet. Now, I say that knowing full well that one of these coaches is going to try to outsmart themselves. One of them is going to go, they think we're going to run, we're going to shock them. We're going to 3-pass it, we're going to backdoor cut them, and we are going to put them in a situation where they have to foul us, and then we're going to run like, dude, come up with something harebrained where dance with what brung you. Go, let's see if we can put 200 on the clock. You know what I mean? Let's go put some buckets up because that's what we do.
I think both these teams are going to – I think they're going to stick with what they are.
I hope.
These are bad defenses. They're bad defenses that play fast. Alabama's the best offense in the country. Your only hope, in my mind, is you have to hope that either you keep up with them possession for possession and you shoot the hell out of the ball, which they're capable of, or you hope that Alabama just has a ridiculously bad shooting
you hope
night.
for that. You can't – BYU nor anybody else in this tournament can outscore Alabama. You can't – if you get into that game, they're too good at it, and they've been doing it all year to other SEC teams. They know how to get you into their pace, and if you think you can run with them, you're going to lose. And that's why I'm afraid BYU is going to go, well, I can't – if we run with them, we're going to lose. No, you got to run with them.
I think that Alabama wins. I think Alabama covers.
Oh, they do.
It's not popular. I've seen a lot of people who like BYU to keep this. I've seen people who are picking BYU to win this game.
Everybody's got a puncher's chance in the Sweet 16. But when we're talking about two teams that do one thing very well and one team does it so much better than the other, you can't change your stripes this far down. And if you're going to run with them, you're going to get beat. They're just that good.
This year, the BYU has scored 90 or more in 10 games.
That's crazy.
Alabama has scored 90 or more in 19 games.
And think about the defenses and the road games they did it. I mean, they didn't do this all at home against Bo Diddley Tech. I mean, this was on the road in Tennessee. This was in College Station. This teams that would rather give you a free beer than a bucket. I mean, they just you don't score against these teams, and they still did.
Yeah. It's a massive number. I still lean to the over. I still think that I can't really picture a world where this is a low-scoring game. So I'll ride the over there. But
and let the fact that one of my brackets doesn't have Alabama, in fact, winning it all. Don't let that
fool
color
you.
any of my on this. I really picked them because of their offensive pace. I figured if you can score like that in the SEC this way, you are going to have to lose the game. Nobody's going to beat you. And, the prospect of being the Houston Rockets and going 3 for 20 is pretty high, but that's how they'll lose. I just don't think that offensively you can stop them.
I just believe this, and you tell me, you're a basketball coach. If you've got a team,
I know coaches. I've been around them. But no.
Okay, if you've got a team who runs,
well, the axiom is press a pressing team,
and you're a team who wants to run too.
I'm of the mentality, do what you're in the Sweet 16. Obviously, what you do really well. Go do it.
But then the question becomes, if you know they're going to run and you know you're going to run, isn't it hard to keep up when you're the less talented team?
Yes.
The more possessions there are, doesn't it feel like the better chance there is for the better team to separate?
You practice when you know you're going to have a lot of possessions, and you know that you have to value, even though there's a lot of them, you have to still value them because you're facing bucket for bucket. Then you start, okay, how do we limit turnovers? Because that's going to be what kills us.
Yeah.
We know we can shoot. We know we can run offense. But before we get into our offense, how do we make sure we get at least a pass and a shot before we do something stupid? So you simple up your offense, and you make sure your dudes are the ones with the ball in their hands. This isn't about tomorrow. This isn't about saving legs. My dudes need to make dude plays. And if you go into it that way and keeping it simple, do what you do great, and make sure your team believes it. If your team believes, yeah, we can do this, then you go do it. But if there's any doubt, then you start thinking, okay, we're going to have slow possessions. We're going to have to foul Sears. We're going to have to find a method to do. And then you start strategizing. That's when things tend to either go spectacularly well or spectacularly terrible.
But as you're the underdog, don't you kind of want that variance?
That's what in this game, I would almost rather a team that valued possessions, that scored 60 points going, guess what, boys, we're pressing the gas today. I think it's easier to step on the gas than to step on the brake.
Okay.
I think it's easier to decide we're going to go run, we're going to go press, we're going to do more than we normally do than it is to go, you know what? All you guys that are used to 22 shots a game, you're getting 12 tonight. And we're going to have, instead of 100 possessions tonight, we're going to have 80. And we're going to shoot at the 20th second on the clock. We're going to do everything we can to hold the game. That's when players get like, man, this sucks.
I think it always makes sense for the better team to do what they do best and just roll with their I just think it's tough for BYU. Like I said, when you're the underdog, you'd rather play a 3-minute game. Like you'd rather the game be like start, be over, and you've got a better the less time there is for you guys to go against each other, the less time there is for them to separate from talent.
I agree with that mentality, but you have to survive 38 minutes trying to do that. And if you're trying to hold on to this slippery thing, it's really difficult once you get out of your comfort zone.
I think so as well. I have a hard time, again, because I like the over, I have a hard time wanting to back BYU here. Maryland and Florida, 6:39. It's going to be right after. I'll just say I like Maryland to stay within a couple possessions here. Plus 6.5 is what you can get on them. I know Florida is the pretty girl at the party. Everybody loves Florida coming into this tournament. I get it. They finished the season strong, and Maryland's had some luck too. You know, they got bailed out. They could easily be gone. But
Florida too. I mean, that UConn was a rock fight.
That's true.
Both
of
them are looking at it. This is an earned position. They didn't skate here.
This is a kind of a cool stat for tonight. Florida, since February 1st, Florida is the best offensive team in the country per KenPom.
Crazy.
Since February 1st, Maryland is the best defensive efficiency team. So you got offense versus defense. I just think Maryland is able to limit what Florida does. They're going to make it hard for Florida to shoot. I think whatever you think of Kevin Willard, I trust him to coach defense. I'm a little worried about Kevin Willard having a foot out the door, but that's why I bet against McNeese in the first game, and they proved me wrong. It didn't matter.
And Maryland's going to have to win the board battle. If they are even defensively and they out offensive rebound Florida, they'll have a chance.
The other thing is, I think that Florida is just the price on them is just off, and that's why they haven't covered either game so far. They were just people were so hyped up on them coming in that they were like, I don't care what the number is, I'm betting Florida. And I think that Maryland can
I think they'll
around
cover.
them.
They're not going to be. I don't think they'll beat them.
I don't think they'll beat them
close.
either, but I think they can make it a game, and that's what I'm looking for. Let's see, what's the next game in order tonight? I guess Texas Tech is the late game.
The order of attendance after that, we get Arizona Duke that tips at 8:39, and our last game of the night is 9:09 Arkansas and Tech.
So Arizona Duke, these two teams played once already this season. It was 69-55, which is not what you think an Arizona and Duke game would be. I mean, Arizona is the 13th most efficient offense in the country. They play in a top 50 tempo. And then Duke is the most efficient offense in the country. Not exactly a fast team, but the best scoring offense in the country, or at least efficiency.
In pace, they're 202nd in pace. They're not a fast team.
No.
They're a quick team, but they don't run a lot.
But they are really good defensively. And I keep looking for ways to think that maybe it's time to jump in front of Duke and fade them. I don't think Arizona matches up well with them.
No, they don't.
I think that we saw them once already, and it looked about the way I expect it to look again. I just don't. Duke limits transition. They are so good on transition defense, and Arizona needs that. They have to get out and run on you, and just Duke doesn't let it happen.
And those little intangibles. They're playing in Jersey. It's a home game for Duke. I mean, it's Arizona, Caleb Love in particular, they're just going to have to play perfect. And if they play perfect, they'll be in it in the end. But even then, even if they played their best basketball game, they could still walk out losing just because they're just playing a juggernaut of a talented team.
Now, that is the thing, is Caleb Love, the reason why they've been winning is because Caleb Love's been good Caleb Love.
Mm-hmm.
And he will either win a game for you or he will cost you a game. And Arizona's felt both of it a lot
Keep in
this
mind,
year.
Duke and John Shire are one of the reasons why Caleb Love left North Carolina. So they know of who they're playing against.
Yeah. I said Duke had the easiest path to the Final Four. I still believe it. I just think Arizona's not a good they're just not a good matchup for Duke. So 9.5, that's a lot of points.
This could be the most fun game to watch tonight, as far as just the number of athletes that are going to be on the court doing remarkable things. There's a lot of dudes that can do it.
Or it could be 74-65.
If it's like that, Arizona's got a fighting chance. If it's ugly, I like Arizona.
The total in this game is 153.5. So, like I said, when these two teams have played once already, and there was 124 points scored, do you think there's going to be? I think there's going to have to be more than 124 points scored.
Well, if there's more than that scored, Duke wins. They're chase the over. If you think Duke's going to win, they're going to win it with the over. For Arizona to win this thing, they got to muck it up. They got to make Duke have a bad shooting night while keeping pace up because they need more possessions. So they're going to have to jump passing lanes and make some tactical, dare greatly.
Even then, I don't know if it's enough.
I don't think so. But they've got enough of the shooters that can keep them close if they do. These are two very good basketball teams, but one of them has some flaws that they've covered up over the last couple of weeks, and Duke has been Duke all year.
Yeah, I'd like to back Arizona. I just can't do it. Arkansas and Texas Tech is the closer tonight. Tech, a 5.5-point favorite. Total is 148. I am enamored with this Texas Tech team at full health. I'd like to know what the health situation is for Texas Tech. The statistics, when they are fully healthy, fully functioning, with Chance McMillan and Darion Williams and all those guys on the floor at the same time, they are a juggernaut. They are much better than a 3 seed even.
Well, pay attention as far as McMillan goes. He's still game time.
He's got to play.
Expect him to play, but eek.
He has got to play. He didn't play the last 2 games. Okay, you were playing UNC Wilmington and Drake. You were able to survive it. You're going to need him now. Remember, he didn't play when they played Houston and they got run off the floor by Houston. He's a very, very important piece. And when they had him, he dominated that game, and he was the MVP basically of that game against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They need him out there. I think it really comes down to that. Is Chance McMillan suiting up? If he does, I think Tech covers. If he doesn't, I think Tech wins, but it might be close. I got to give credit to Arkansas. I've been in Arkansas. I've been resistant to admitting that they're good all year just because they looked so bad early on. But this team is certainly believing in themselves in a way that is surprising to me. And for them to, go out and beat Kansas, and then in a really, I think, what was probably an emotional game for Calipari, like that's a big deal to him. And then to just go out and hammer St. John's the way they did.
Well, there's going to be a new star tonight if Arkansas does it. Boogie Fland will play himself into stardom if they do what they can do. If Arkansas does what Calipari wants them to do and they win this game, Boogie Fland will be the reason why.
What's funny is Boogie Fland, who is I don't know what his health situation is either. I mean,
he played last game, but
he played both the tournament games, but he didn't play between January 22nd and March 13th. He didn't play once. Mm-hmm. And what's important about that January 22nd is the day that they got their first SEC win. When Boogie Fland was playing all these games, Arkansas sucked. Like, his numbers were good, and he's like, hey, I'm scoring points. He is a kind of a black hole. And
well, they didn't know how to play with him. He's their best player, far and away. The most talented guy on that roster is Boogie Fland.
Well, I don't know that he leads to team success.
Well, they don't know how
problem.
to play with him, but those buckets are going to matter. And if they do win, it'll be because Boogie went and got it.
And mind you, he didn't start the 2 tournament games. They took him off the bench in the Kansas game and the St. John's game. We'll see what they do again. I'm hesitant to say I don't believe in this Arkansas team because I haven't believed in them all year. I'm taking Tech more because I really, really love this team.
Well, if Tech does what they are good at, they win. And if Arkansas does what they're good at, that still might not be enough.
Yeah.
And that's why I like Tech.
I like Tech as well. So there you go. There's your games for tonight. Gary Lopez is our winner of the Fan Fest tickets. Congrats to Gary Lopez. All right, Rob, when we come back, I've got a question for you. How many pairs of panties can you eat before you have to go to the hospital?
Well, I have so far, I have a personal best.
Save it as a tease.
I have a PB. But
save it as a tease. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, we do have a few trouble spots. Loop 410 eastbound just past Vance Jackson. That wreck is in the left lane. It's a stall at I-10 westbound Vance Jackson that's blocking the median. And on I-10 on the frontage road westbound at Hildebrand, that wreck is in the right lane. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Craving Boxes from Taco Bell. At participating stores for a limited time only. While supplies last, price of participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Frankly, would you like to rap at the Testicle Festival? Can you give me a little rap?
You want me to spit a rap?
Yeah, I want you to spit a rap.
About balls? Yo, Testicle Festival. It's like an extraterrestrial. Widen my eyes when I see them calf fries.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
This message is for all the home improvement DIYers out there. Sherwin-Williams is running the play of the season with their spring sale. Get 30% off all paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. We're talking every color, folks. They still haven't made a jet green, but their shamrock shade is pretty darn close. That's 30% off paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, Real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line Gold Unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Cowboys, according to James Slater, the NFL Network, not in the mix right now for Wham Drop. Wow. The Whams.
The Lambs.
Have released Cooper Kupp. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, and tip your waitress. That Wasco Wabbit. I can't believe I just went full Elmer Fudd there on that Sports Center. The Whams.
The Whams, huh?
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right. Yes. What a day. What a day. What a day. Are you familiar with Skims underwear?
I am. That's the Kardashian brand.
That's right.
I got a couple pairs for Christmas.
Oh yeah?
Ooh.
Nice. Those are pricey panties.
They hold the beast back.
Do they? You like the way
They're
they feel?
slinky.
Do you like the way they feel?
Yeah, they're all right.
Okay.
I have an issue with the Skims. The flap, the slit, the exit portal is weird.
Do you use that?
No.
Okay.
I have one set of drawers that I do use the flap.
I never use the flap.
There's one set that's very easy to reach and get to, but the Skims is impossible.
I'm a pull down, let it flop over.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. But it's nice to be able to get to the flap. If it's engineered appropriately, it's a good thing to have.
I've never
Skims is impossible to get to.
I can't use that flap.
Why is that important?
Well, Sarah Oakley is this gal, and she is a fan of Skims underwear, and she lives in Broomfield, Colorado. Well, she is a single gal.
All right.
But she has a roommate.
Male or female?
It's a dog.
Oh, okay.
It's a dog. She adopted a terrier mix from a dog shelter in January. She's 34 years old. And they've been living a good life. Every once in a while, like she'll say, "Oh, dog ate some of my stuff," but then the dog throws it up. And this is like literally like it looks like a dumpster dog. This time, however, the dog ate 5 pairs of her underwear.
Dude, that's like $200.
Yeah.
Let's get to the real money value of this.
And on Friday, the dog was throwing up after 24 hours. She said, I knew we needed help. Normally, she's throwing up like she's eaten her underwear before and then threw it back up. Which, I don't like.
After the first time, pick your drawers up.
Yeah, quit leaving your panties laying around.
What's on them that the dog feels so...
That's what I'm wondering. They had to go to the vet and have the panties removed from the intestines. What do you think the bill was on that? You talk about expensive
Your
panties.
friendly neighborhood vet, removal of 5 pairs of panties from my dog, my terrier dog's stomach.
I'd say $2,800.
My first question is, how much money you got?
How about $13,000?
What? Yeah.
$13,000.
And how much would it be to put the dog to sleep?
$150?
There you go.
Look at this thing.
That's my budget.
Look at this dog. This is like a trash can dog who ate $200 worth of panties.
Were they the big ones or the thongs?
If it was
a
melon
little dog, I can't imagine this.
Didn't have the shapewear. Wasn't
I don't think.
on the
No,
or a dog.
Yeah, this dog looks like it could. If it could eat 5 pairs of underwear, it's only like.
Do we have a picture of the owner? Do we have a picture of her?
Yeah. Just a face shot though. I know that's not what you were looking for, but.
Well, okay. I mean,
you just want to imagine what kind of panties she wears.
I was just wondering.
Like,
and I wonder if they're cotton or if they're kind of low rise. We got the tea-back going on.
Yeah,
is
Is
there a little bow there on the front? I have a lot of questions.
I like the boy short look, like the hipster.
If your body
oh
appropriate.
yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm down to granny panties.
Oh, not my favorite. Not my
That's
favorite.
a full meal. That dog would have only eaten one at my house. There'd have been some leftovers.
Not my favorite. Not my favorite.
Hey, your dog ate half your panties.
Oh,
that's and she said she reached out to Kim Kardashian in hopes that she can get some replacement panties, but no word back yet. So my guess is that's not coming. And plus, dropping into Kim's DMs, it probably doesn't work.
I've tried it,
especially if she's probably got keywords like panties blocked.
Yeah, don't.
don't type that.
Don't type panties in when you're.
There's something going on in Southern California.
Is that a song?
Los Padrinos Juvenile Detention Center in Los Angeles County. Between July and December of 2023, encouraged nearly 70 fights to take place between inmates. They called them gladiator fights. The gladiators were between the ages of 12 and 18. Over 140 victims participated in this. The Attorney General says, we believe this was planned. It was intended. They often wanted them to happen at the beginning of the day in a certain time in a certain place. A space and a time would be created for the fights, and the plan was for the fights to happen. The officers are facing charges including child endangerment and abuse, conspiracy, and battery. 22 officers are scheduled to be arraigned on Monday at L.A. Superior Court. The investigation began after the L.A. Times first obtained and published footage that shows a 17-year-old being beat up by at least 6 other young people who come at him one by one as officers stand by watching. Like, this was basically like next man up. You might take out one guy, bring on the next. The video was first made public during a court hearing during which the 17-year-old's public defender argued to a judge that he was not safe at Los Padrinos and should be released ahead of his trial. Which, by the way, if you're setting up these gladiator fights and you're the officers, how do you not make sure there's no cameras?
You don't. They're everywhere now.
Yeah, but you got to go somewhere where there's not. You know what I mean?
You're applying sanity to an insane situation. You're thinking that these guys have thought all of this through.
The indictment singles out 2 probation officers who allegedly told staff members ahead of time that fights would occur and, quote, they were not to say anything,
no one talks about
write
Fight
down
Club.
anything, and just watch.
First rule. We all saw the movie. There's one rule.
It also alleges one of the officers told youths involved to, quote, refuse treatment when they went to medical to get treated by nurses. Just say nothing's wrong. I'm good to go. Now, I'm all for this, but only with adult prisoners. Like,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So you can't do it with kids. Come on, man. That's just, It's just wrong.
We just need more gladiators.
It's just wrong.
Can they fight for their freedom? If they win enough fights, can they, in fact, go free?
I don't think so.
Well, then what's the point?
Yeah, you're right. It is kind of like you're fighting for your freedom. That does give you the extra incentive, but no, it doesn't seem to be on the table for these kids.
It seems like something like this happens about every 10 years. That there's some youth detention center where there's bum fights going on where the guards are.
Yeah,
that's about right.
It just seems like a kind of a natural thing.
Yeah, but hey, it's one of those.
I think you should get a good time if you'll go there. Seriously, I mean, you'll learn a skill.
I guess there's got to be some kind of reward, right? Otherwise,
your own cell.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It feels like I would be like, yeah, I'll fight, but you're gonna have to get extra, pound cake at dinner or whatever it is. Like,
there's jokes here, but I'll just leave it there.
That's
maybe you just don't get the pound cake with dinner. You know
fair
what I mean?
Enough. Fair.
You get to shower alone.
No.
We'll put a rope on your soap.
Oh. You remember The Passion of the Christ?
I've read a book about it.
I have too. But there's a remember
book,
the movie?
The movie with Mel Gibson that was so
his
painful
movie,
to watch.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Good news. His next movie, The Resurrection of the Christ, is about to be underway.
Yay.
I'm assuming less violent, less difficult to watch.
Well, this one
Maybe
we know
more divinity.
Well, we know the ending. I actually read an article recently. Now, we saw a picture of not long ago of Mel Gibson sitting with some other movie star types down at Mar-a-Lago. And there has been an influx of production money to make movies that reflect the values of those that vote. I'm good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm not surprised that Mel Gibson is part of this.
Yeah. Did you hear what ZZ Top, where they got their name from?
No, I didn't. Okay, no, this is interesting.
I didn't know that either. So I mean, they've been around for more than 50 years now, and I never knew what their name, where it came from anyway. Billy Gibbons has come out after ZZ Top. He had or before ZZ Top, he was in a group called Moving Sidewalks. They disbanded about 3 years in 1969. And apparently, Billy is to thank for their name. Someone asked, what does the ZZ and ZZ Top stand for? One person commented, the legend goes back in the day, there were two nationally marketed brands of cigarette rolling papers, being Zigzag and Tops. These rolling papers were almost exclusively used for rolling joints, doobies, and blunts.
Yeah.
And it said they took the name in honor of those products. Then they added the alternate story is that Gibbons particularly noticed B.B. King and Z.Z. Hill and thought about combining the two into Z.Z. King, but considered it too similar to B.B. King. Yeah. He then figured that King is at the top, which gave him the idea to say ZZ Top. And then another person said the name of ZZ Top was inspired by B.B. King. They liked the initials, blah, blah, blah. Well, the band's Wikipedia seems to support this theory as it says the name of the band was Gibbons' idea. The band had a small apartment covered with concert posters, and you noticed that many performers' names used initials. We had in a little apartment, a little hangout room that was lined with those rainbow-colored blues posters. As the guys looked at the posters, Gibbons said they realized it was odd that they were all ZZ, BB, and he said, let's go with this. King said, being at the top, King was at the top of the of the posters, and he said, okay, it's going to be ZZ Top. That's the way it is. And that's how the name came to be.
I always thought
I never knew it. The wrapping paper thing?
I always thought it was rolling paper.
I would have thought so, too.
I always found it interesting, too, that, you had Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard. And the guy named Frank Beard was the one without the beard.
Yeah.
I always found that.
Yeah.
Yep. And Dusty Hill, of course, died in July of 2021. Billy Gibbons confirmed that ZZ Top would continue with Elwood Francis, the band's longtime guitar tech on bass, per Hill's wishes.
Your name, Elwood Francis, you better be in a band, a blues band.
Oh, yeah.
According to Gibbons, Dusty emphatically grabbed my arm and said, give Elwood the bottom end and take it to the top.
Oh, there we go. We're on a mission from God.
And Billy said he meant it, amigo. He really did. And my belief is that Dusty Hill never said that. Dusty Hill really told Billy Gibbons, hey, man, band dies with me. I don't want you guys ever playing again.
Change the name.
And Billy said, I'd never do that to you, Dust. And then Dusty died, and Billy said, hey, we got music to make, bro. Let's get some money.
Get that boy Elwood up here. Elwood Blues.
All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Classic is back. And it's all about having a great time. Grab your buddies and ladies too. Hit the course for a fun, laid-back day of golf, laughs, and a little friendly competition at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, April 14th. It's just $120 a player or $400 for a foursome. A solid deal for a day of good times with your crew. The Spring Golf Classic benefits the Pan American Golf Association. But don't worry, this isn't some high-stakes tournament. It's all about kicking back, having fun, and making memories. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Ancira.com and PPL Motorhomes. After you've crushed it on the course, join us at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco for the ultimate after party. Cold drinks, great food, and good times with all of your buddies. So grab your spot, grab your crew, and tee off for a day of unforgettable fun. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Springtime is here and baseball season is finally underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond to your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, you can take your pick of more or less for your shot of 1,000 times your money cash today. I'll say it again. That's today, because on Prize Picks, you can match your player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with your favorite basketball players. Maybe it's hockey. Maybe it's esports. Maybe it's something else. That's why you download Prize Picks. And what you do with Prize Picks is you win $50 instantly. Go download the app today and use the code ALAMO. That's ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. I'll say it again. Download the app right now. Use the code ALAMO. That's $50 instantly. Just play your lineup. Prize Picks. Hey, go run your game. I love Prize Picks because I'm not alone. There's millions of us playing, and you can win. It's easy. More or less. You better go run your game now.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. One day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
This message is for all the home improvement DIYers out there. Sherwin-Williams is running the play of the season with their spring sale. Get 30% off all paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. We're talking every color, folks. They still haven't made a jet green, but their shamrock shade is pretty darn close. That's 30% off paints and stains March 28th through April 7th. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Glad to be here. I need to spring save on an oil change.
Right now, you can get an STP Extended Life Oil Filter with 5 quarts of Mobile One Advanced for just $35.99.
What if I need to spring save on a high mileage motor oil?
Our spring savings include Mobile One Advanced High Mileage.
And the oil filter?
And the oil filter. All for just $35.99. It's part of spring savings at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, she got legs. Oh, she knows how to use them.
It's kind of like damn.
Okay.
It's a mild expletive.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't say
And if
anything
you need
until
to
you
know
look it
what
up.
we're talking about, jump on the brigade bar. We've been asking some questions.
I won't say it, but
we can't say it over the air, but we were trying to get the derivation of a couple of words.
Yeah, got some
and
questions.
one of them, we were like, we know the word. How bad is it?
Yeah.
And it's mild.
Okay.
The other one's worse. The other one's
is
worse. But
yeah.
evidently, you can buy it as refined sugar.
That's right.
You do the math.
All right, let's do what we always do to wrap up the show here on a Thursday, Small Friday. We take a look at the Daily Line.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. Sweet 16 action. Alabama, -5.5, -5, a lot of places against BYU. Total 175.5, up from 171.5. So money keeps floating in on that total. I can't imagine it goes down.
No, it won't go down.
I like Alabama. Give me a roll tide here.
Nate Oates, baby.
I think they get the job done. Like I said, in a game that I expect there to be 1 million possessions, I think the better team finds a way to separate.
Will Alabama, when they win, will we get to hear, like, play me some mountain music?
No,
some
that's
Alabama songs.
I don't think so. I don't think that's.
I don't think they
I don't think they
celebrate
do
with
that. No. No.
All right.
Maryland and Florida is your next one. Maryland, a 6.5-point dog.
Fear the turtle.
Total 157.5. I'm backing the Turtles today. I think that Florida's a little overinflated, and I think Maryland defensively can hang. I think they can make this a grimy game. Florida does have a huge depth advantage, but when you're a team that's played with 5 dudes all year long,
yeah, there's a bond.
There's
they're
something.
a rubber band,
There's something to, like, man, we made it this far with these 5 dudes. You're telling us now we don't have enough depth to compete? That's crazy.
That's what I'm telling you. Sadly, I'm telling you that. They roll 4 guards out better than any of your 2. So I just like Florida to win, although Maryland's game.
Arizona and Duke. Duke, 9.5-point favorites, total 153.5.
I like Duke in every possible way, the over and the cover.
I generally agree. I actually like the under and the cover. I just don't think Arizona is going to have much luck. Because if Duke is going to make Arizona turn into shooters, and they will have to be in an inferno from outside. I just don't expect it to happen. So give me Duke. Yeah, I wish I could say they were going to lose. I hate Duke. Ugh, gross. But yeah, they're probably going to get the job done. Arkansas and Texas Tech. your closer tonight. Texas Tech 5.5-point favorites, total 148. I like Tech. It is dependent. I won't bet it unless I find out Chance McMillan is going to play.
And, the upper body injury, his legs are working. He can't shoot. The barometer for Tech, watch Toppin. If he dominates the front line, Tech will walk with it. I mean, if Toppin has a game, they'll walk away with it because they can't. The one thing Arkansas cannot afford to have is have Toppin have a game. And if he does, then suddenly the outside opens up and everything goes south. So I expect Toppin to have a game. I expect Arkansas to run with him. But Tech's just tougher and older. I just think they've got more of what is required to get through the Sweet 16.
In the association tonight, the San Antonio Spurs.
Against the Cadavers?
The Cavaliers are 14.5-point favorites. Little over 2 touchdowns the Spurs are catching tonight.
What did Mitch say after Detroit? Well, the game kind of got away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to get away from you, too.
I think it's going to get away as well.
Because not only is Cleveland 100 times better, they're kind of pissed.
Yeah,
they have been playing very well. We're a slump buster tonight.
This is what we call a get-right moment. The Mavs are a touchdown dog in Orlando. Orlando -7.
Fully functioning. They got everybody healthy. They're suddenly back beating teams.
Well, not the Mavericks. They're far from it, but yeah.
But I mean, Orlando's got Paolo playing, and they have a full complement of Wagner's.
How about the Pacers? Would you want to bet the way the Pacers lost last night on a last-second tip-in? Do you want to bet on them or against them?
On them.
They are -12.5 at Washington.
I take them.
God, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, but it's Washington.
You're right. Does Washington even?
They got embarrassed. They shouldn't have lost. The Lakers aren't very good. And, the Pacers didn't play very well. They did a good job on LeBron most of the night, and you got a tip in to win the game at the buzzer on the road, dude.
Okay, so does that mean the Lakers, do you want to ride? You want to
I think
back them
that
or
helped
fade them?
No, I'm not going to fade them. They just need to see a win. That's a good basketball team.
Lakers
anyway.
3-point favorites in Chicago.
Reeves had a good Chicago. Yeah, they're going to cover.
Okay.
Reeves had a good night last night.
Hawks +1.5 at Miami.
Miami won a game.
They won a game against Jimmy Butler.
Is Butler
playing? Do they turn back into a pumpkin?
Well, is Butler playing?
I don't believe he's.
If he's not playing,
he hasn't been traded to the Hawks.
Then Miami's not going to be mad.
Oklahoma City 10-point favorites hosting the Grizz. Think about that, like one of the other top seeds in the West.
So, did you see the fight last night? No, it wasn't really a fight. The Grizz are in a huddle.
The Grizz are always fighting.
Well, they're in a huddle. Aldama, their big Spanish dude, their six-man baller, and Desmond Bain get into it in the huddle. Bain turns and pushes Aldama over a chair. No, you can get you don't have to like each other for it to be a good team. But they've been pretty good considering the volatility of Ja. But it's not a good sign when you're getting into tussles in the playoff chase down the road. That's the one worry I have about Memphis right now.
Yeah, that was and Aldama did the
hey,
what are you doing here? I'm walking here.
So Bain's not a dude I'd want mad at me. He's yoked, man.
Yeah, he's what we call a thick daddy. Is Desmond Bain.
Thick daddy.
The Rockets are at the Jazz. Rockets -13 in Utah.
The Jazz are willing to pay $100,000 to lose.
Really are.
So I don't think it'll be that hard to beat.
And then the Blazers catching 6 in Sacramento. Hockey tonight. We've got the Utah Hockey Club. They are +164 at the Lightning. Lightning -200. Canadiens -120. They're on the road in Philadelphia. The Penguins are at the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres -135. Ottawa is -130 in Detroit. The goal search continues for Alex Ovechkin. Will he get the? I don't think he's going to score 6 tonight, but will he get
never
one?
Know.
They are the Capitals -160 in Minnesota against the Wild. The Blues -140 in Nashville. Stars -150 in Calgary. The LA Kings are at Colorado. Colorado -155. The Oilers -115 at the Kraken. And the Maple Leafs -245 on the road. You know what that means. The San Jose Sharks. In Major League Baseball, our first Major League Baseball lines of the year. The Yankees -140. Carlos Rodon going for them. The Brewers with Freddie Peralta +120. The Blue Jays send Jose Barrios to the mound. They're -120. Zach Eflin for the Orioles. They are even money on the comeback. Zach Wheeler goes for the Phillies. They're on the road, minus 155 favorites at Washington. Mackenzie Gore pitching for the Nationals. Garrett Crochet makes his Red Sox debut in Arlington tonight. Red Sox minus 120 favorites against Texas with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. Eovaldi plus 100 on the comeback. Mets and Clay Holmes are on the road as well in Texas. They're at the Astros. Framber Valdez minus 130. The Mets plus 110 coming back. Paul Skeens plus or minus 150 on the road in Miami. Sandy Alcantara plus 124 is your starter for Miami. My first thought was we got to fade Paul Skeens. Everyone's going to want to bet it. The Pirates are minus 150 on the road.
It's early yet.
The Marlins suck. They are so bad, and they got worse this season. They're bad. Braves are at the Padres. Braves minus 130. Padres plus 110 on the comeback. The Guardians are at Kansas City. Kansas City minus 135. The Guardians with Tanner Bibby plus 115. Tanner Bibby, sorry. I always say that one wrong. You say Kikuchi, I say Kakachi. He's pitching for the Angels either way. He's minus 155 in Chicago against the White Sox. Someone named Sean Burke is the opening day pitcher for the White Sox. He's a made-up person, and the White Sox are plus 130. Logan Webb is your opening day starter for the Giants. They're at Cincinnati, and Hunter Green taking the mound for the Redlegs. Minus 110 both ways. A pick 'em on opening day. Pablo Lopez and the Twins are minus 120 in St. Louis. Sonny Gray going for the Cardinals. Best pitching matchup of the night. Tarek Skubal.
Oh, we love some Tarek.
Blake Snell. Ooh, how about that? Tigers at the Dodgers. Total is 6.5 in this game.
Come on, Tarek. Let's do something, baby.
Minus 160, the Dodgers.
Hold them under 120 games this year.
If I'm getting Skubal at plus 135, I might have to take the Tigers today.
Bold move there, Cotton.
I mean, they're going to lose 60 games this year. Like, why can't this be one of them?
Maybe it is.
Decent price.
Well, they might win 125, and this will be one of them.
Severino for the A's. Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. Mariners minus 170. And Chicago sends Justin Steele to the mound in Arizona against Zach Gallen and the D-backs. D-backs minus 130.
Feels good to talk about it, though. I'm really not all that interested. You know what I mean?
I'll have some
I'm
action.
excited to
I'll
say
get
it.
some action,
I'll
baby.
see some.
We'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Blitz coming up from Vegas at 2 o'clock.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors, delivering a higher order.